Welcome back to Stories to D4. We're really glad to have you back, and it's been quite a week. We've got some fun stuff we've been working on behind the scenes. As always, I'm your Dungeon Master, Matthew, and I'm really excited for this week's session. Before we get started, I have a few announcements. First things first, I've mentioned this, and I'm gonna keep mentioning it because the memes have been ridiculous. So come join us in the Discord. We'd love to have you. And if you want to, you are allowed to bully specifically Jake. Also, this Sunday we have our footnotes. We're really excited about footnotes. We love to talk about various D&D topics and also what it's like, what our experiences as players are, as well as just some, some different questions and maybe issues going on in the tabletop community at the moment. So it's a lot of fun. We enjoy it a lot. And each week we have a guest. Pretty soon we might even have one. Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. We're gonna have someone new. Additionally, here on, we also have some big news. This Halloween, we have our first one-shot. This is gonna be something that we've been talking about behind the scenes. We're really, really excited to bring to you. And it's going to be a little bit themed, a little bit of spookiness, I would say. But hey, it's just a dinner party and nothing ever goes wrong at a dinner party. I think that's everything. Anyone want to interrupt me before I go on?
As a Southern debutante, I'd like to argue that something does go wrong at a dinner party.
That's a debutante.
Yeah. Also, in the last week, our DM had a birthday. Happy birthday, Matthew!
You all lose a DM inspiration. No, I'm just kidding.
What if I never
You're
had
all
one?
very sweet.
So he is going to TPK.
I am going to use this opportunity to be extra mean. It's fine. I'm not a mean I talk a big game, but I really just, I'm your biggest fan.
You're a generous and wonderful DM.
Oh, buttering me up is a bad way to
Right.
succeed.
We had multiple weddings last campaign.
Yeah, that's fair, we did.
You did. I killed so few people who got married.
Some of them died.
Marriage actually gives you immortality in our
No,
setting.
but it does give you increased armor class if you cast the spell.
Yeah, there's a
Thank
gentleman
you.
there to cast ceremony.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
It's because of the ring, right?
I was about to say that has a time limit.
The ring of protection.
We're trying out some new tech tonight, so if anything goes wrong, bear with us. And so I think it's time to recap what happened last time on Stories to D4. Welcome back to Gren, everyone. Our party, the Kappleberry Caravan, has had a bit of a rough time. Each of you, for one reason or another, has been trying to make their way to the capital of Eltz. You all met together in Coppersbeck to the northwest, and eventually, through an unfortunate series of events, you all made a mutual friend who you lost, Oswald Kappleberry. From there, you traveled down to Walnut Hill, which still to this day, you are currently within. You faced off against a group of brigands who had been attempting to... Oh, what?
Jared, my enemy.
You faced off against some brigands, some of which did manage to get away, that had been harassing the local, one of the local groups of people here, the Tenormans. The Tenormans' father, Sulo, an undead creature brought forth by dark magics, but some spark of light still lived within him. With the help of our caravan here, you all were able to bring Sulo to rest. He was able to tell one last story to his son, Odie. With that last story, he did pass on to the next life. Since then, you've faced off against bandits and mages, and you also did find a strange beast known as a bulette underneath Walnut Hill. Inside of a cave, this armored, powerful creature was there, and there's been some discussion, a little in character, a little out of character, as to whether or not you'll be facing off against this monstrous foe. But you spent a few days to rest, lick your wounds, repair and maintain your equipment, and it's now the evening on the Tenorman farm. A bonfire made of collected wood from the surrounding areas has been set up, probably about 4 feet tall. Gwynwyn, it's a little bit large for you. The stars are twinkling high above, and things are calm in Walnut Hill. Odie has been put to sleep. Put to bed. Don't do. No, he's fine.
It's me just using one spell slot, okay?
What?
Ooh. He's been
Which one?
put to bed by his mother, Marita. Marita is currently inside. She's been having a hard few days, but with the assistance of Silas, as well as some of the other party members, she's handling this much better than you could expect anyone in her position. But now, with the crackling of flames about you, you sit on a series of a couple of these chairs that were pulled out from the home, this wooden block that you pulled out, a sort of damaged crate, essentially, that you pulled out from the barn. The 5 of you sit out here with your new companion, Yosef. Yosef, one of the bandits that you essentially turned from the side of Orwin the Mage, now is a hireling of yours. You've discussed a little bit payment. For now, he's pretty content to not be in chains or dead. And that is where we will start our session.
Hey, Silas, I need to have a word with you.
Before that.
Oh God.
Wait, just
Whoa, 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 whoa.
all of us.
There's no before thating. You're fine.
After that.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
and.
Currently,
Yes, and.
currently
Sorry.
all 6 of you are around the fire. Are you okay having this conversation with folks around?
No one's gonna pull Silas away. Just the 2 of us
Okay.
separately.
You watch as your dwarf and Loxodon companions take a moment.
Can I bring my marshmallow with me?
Yes, you can bring your marshmallows
You
with
can.
you.
These strange puffy bits of sugar that Marita was able to supply to you. Another recipe, perhaps, for the alchemical book.
Best.
You're able to stand up, walking past this small tent that Yosef has used the past 2 days, and into the barn where there's been a nice, as nice as it could be, room set up for you, Silas. And you have some relative peace closing the barn door behind you. The rest of your party sitting around the crackling flames, enjoying their marshmallows. All right.
So we need to talk about the fact that you wiped off my acid spell.
Yes. He was,
You saved somebody trying to kill you.
yes, but at the end of the
They
day.
tried to kill you. I watched them stand over your body and try to stab down and kill you, and you chose to save them.
Your body makes it seem like I was already dead.
You weren't lying on the ground, and you were pretty hurt.
There's plenty of reasons why you could argue murdering someone, but look, at the end of the day, neither of us had anything to gain from someone dying.
I don't want you to die, though. That's my big thing. I don't want you to save somebody who could potentially come back and kill us later.
As you didn't want me to die, I didn't want someone else to die either. I also don't particularly like the idea of that blood on your hands. I'm sorry.
I don't care as long as you're safe and Mama's safe. 2 most important people in my life.
Well, I can promise you I will be safe. And I can promise you that the next time you try to acid burn someone,
You're not gonna
I will wipe
interfere?
it off.
No interfering. You will not interfere.
Hey, like you can splash someone with acid, I can wipe the acid off. We're both adults.
Are you excusing yourself, Silas, with that?
I'm gonna give her a hug though. No, there's no way in hell like I can leave her feeling
In
bad.
the dimly lit barn with a reinforced position candle that is lit. You spent some time making sure that the barn couldn't accidentally burn down if it was bumped by let's say a large occupant.
But that's
the
no way
two-
to talk about Thorn. You gained a little weight, but still.
Silas, you lean
Nice.
down, hugging your companion,
It's from a good place.
and well, things aren't perfect. There's a bit of a reprieve here. I do want to offer you something. So I've made it. This is again a temporary decision. I have something to give to both of you. Connor, I'm going to ask you to pass these one for each of them.
The power of friendship.
We don't have a bard at the moment, so I don't feel bad giving you this form of inspiration.
Oh.
This may be used on any D20 roll.
Oh.
Unless I say the words luck check. Don't even think about it.
That's fair.
So we're gonna roll lucky.
Is Meanie
Excellent.
throws herself into the fire?
Please
Right.
don't.
As you self-immolate,
Yeah.
I'm
What
supplying. I'm like continuing.
Yosef a bit confused. Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, you just keep burning your marshmallow over it. It adds flavor.
Every time one of them finish, including Yosef, a marshmallow, I'm going to hand them another one immediately.
Are you very excited about marshmallows?
Yes.
Marshmallows. So these actually, I wasn't joking. They came from Marita, and they're a little bit nicer. It requires a lot of sugar, and so this is she splurged a little bit and got these treats. You all really mean the world to her. You laid her husband to rest. It's sad, but what you did gave closure to a woman who might have never had it.
Can we?
She needs to raise the bar.
Yeah.
We're not.
Do you think
No.
we can just say that as long as there's not a third time, it's not a pattern of we meet people and then they die tragically within days? Because I'm starting to get worried because it's 2 for 2.
I'm concerned that this is going to be a pattern, and
Sulo died a while ago.
right.
And
Sulo died
he died
We
again.
had known Oswald. So we
I
didn't
think we
just
need.
meet him.
I think we
It's
need a
y'all.
good fight. I think this will help.
Is this
Don't
about
bring us
bulette
together as a
again?
team.
Thorn, come on.
Oh,
Just saying.
I thought I was told I'd be carrying the bags for the caravan.
You will be. You're good at driving.
You know what it could create is that pattern you've been talking about.
Have you faced a bulette before?
No.
Because I
Actually,
have, and I
bulette.
almost died.
Was it just you?
Is Meanie fished me out?
So it was just you.
old were
So
you?
you-
Were
you
a
beat a
child?
bullet.
I mean, I was 13, but I was
Okay,
a formidable 13-year-old, right?
So
I
a
was pretty
child.
formidable.
You were very strong.
I'll
Can I make an insight
that-
check
can
to
I-
see if she's
that
fine?
one
Amanda,
word still
get
has
your mic on
scars.
you a little more.
Yes.
Can I do a bonus action telepathic speech with
Absolutely. You
is
invoke.
Meanie and then ask was she really formidable?
She cried. I pulled her out of the mud.
Would you like? Now, it's technically. I know it's telepathic speech. Are you able to convey images or emotions through it?
No, I think it's just
Word.
It's just words. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's all it is.
Does laughing count as words?
Oh no, we've actually
It's
explicit-
LOL.
We've used this in the past, and it's basically you just being descriptive here. Would you like to send? I will allow you if you'd like to send an image of what this looked like.
Send pictures.
I see it in my own head. I would love to
Picture
send it.
didn't happen.
So you haven't seen a bullet in broad daylight before, but as you get this little small fragment of a memory, not perfect, just how Ismini remembers it, you do see a bullet. This creature is about 9-10 feet long, maybe a little bit longer, but stands about the height of a particularly large dog. Except it's fully, it's the girth of this creature is massive. It is. Think of a dwarf is to a human as a bulette is to a crocodile. It is this massive, stocky creature. Blades probably 6 to 8 inches long on each of its toes, and a head that forms down made of a hardened metal to almost a sort of beak. It's a tank. It's a large creature.
Soft, squishy underside.
Less powerful scales and but still pretty durable.
Okay. 13. One of those.
There was a pen.
Pen or a pin?
Like a pen. It was at a tournament of the blades.
An enclosure.
Ian or Ian?
Oh, like
Ian.
Ian, yeah. I thought I
was-
wasn't planning to fight it. It was more of like a. Have you seen a rodeo before?
We have rodeos in Grin.
No.
You have.
I saw
We
one.
do now.
I guess so.
This sounds made up.
Yeah, this
So
sounds
sort
fake.
of like
Fake news.
taming the taming the
Oh, so
bulette.
you rejoining now?
Yeah, she said the word rodeo, and we're just like, a what-io?
It's these people wearing these really cool pants and awesome hats. They're from the Great Plains and they like do all this cool stuff with horses. It's awesome.
What she's describing this rodeo, as
It's
she
rodeo, actually.
the rodeo,
rodeo.
as Elle is describing this, you get the very clear sense that similar to a circus, only since we're talking, I know ignore real world implications, but here it's something that's going to you have to be pretty wealthy to justify. Like you have to pay a fair bit of money for this. It's expensive to keep magical creatures at bay.
Seems gentrified.
I grew up in the woods. I don't.
Okay.
I won't say anything
You've
about
been to where she grew up.
that. Yeah, I know what that actually
I just lived in a very normal house in the woods. It's a very normal large house.
You had a house? I had a hut.
It was right outside their cave.
I had a tavern.
Tunnel. I'm so sorry.
Tavern.
That was a
pretty cool.
microaggression against dwarves, and I didn't
It
mean
was.
to do that.
That's pretty great. Didn't
yeah.
leak.
Much.
We did have a leak in the manor, actually.
manner
Left wing.
that
You
were-
actually,
you just said.
I'm now realizing you would have been told a little bit about bulettes growing up. It would have been something that your mother would have been familiar with.
All right, rewind it. I know everything about bullets.
Okay. All I mean is the general idea that their metal, you would have been able to touch a piece of their metal before. It is their actual body, without magical augmentations, is strong like steel. They're not very weak.
They're genuinely scary though. Like,
Weak in the mind.
I mean,
Okay, do we leave it here though and let it kill this nice family that we befriended?
Remember
No,
that
we
pattern
can't
you're
leave
talking
it.
about.
We can't leave it.
We gotta go
Under
kill
a
them.
town.
okay, fine.
Okay, well, Silence
But
says
in the
yes too. You got we gotta go, right?
Okay, but
Think of the people.
the trail might get cold if we wait too long. Can we at least
It'll take us
leave?
like a day.
Wait,
Can we at least leave
Could
that
we-
night?
Yeah.
Joseph?
you got that weird flute last time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's going to be more goodies?
Maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Sellable.
Might be a pinata bullet.
I did check out the chamber.
I-
And it does leave
I
sometimes.
think that's how that works.
And it does
You
react
sure?
to sound.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I did have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
You went and hung out with a bullet again.
I
Yeah.
just looked at it a lot from afar,
Hmm.
safely. Well, everyone else was busy and I was bored. So, okay. It reacts like to sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we make a lot of noise far away, it will go towards the sounds and we can get past it.
Okay, but how do we get it away from this town?
We need to
Well,
kill it. So
I'm
that way
saying it
won't
would
hurt
at least give
others.
us the element of surprise by distracting it. I mean, I can do prestidigitation, which can make sound. Yes, harmless.
I could borrow some pots and pans from the missus.
I feel like we need a very loud sound to draw it.
1, 2, 3 people. Can you do prestidigitation?
I
No.
cannot.
You can't.
No.
It's not a
I
sound.
don't know. I thought you did.
No.
It is a wizard spell.
It is a wizard spell.
You're not a generalist wizard.
I'm not a
Oh, yeah.
generalist.
But we can, and we can cause it to go a direction. At least let
But
the others have.
now, I have to ask, can Thorn pronounce the name of that cantrip, or does he just intuitively know how to do it?
Make the stuff taste good and make noise.
like mini firework. This thing.
Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah, this one, right?
This one.
Clean clothes.
Yeah.
It's my laundry spell.
Laundry spell. To be fair, I don't know how to do laundry, so either.
Connections across class lines.
So we need to have mama's lessons about how to
This
do
is
laundry,
me.
I'm hearing, and how to cook, and how.
Of course.
I don't
Is
believe
Beanie has
her.
done? You've been doing your laundry since your adventure began.
We need to introduce her to mama.
Life
Why
lesson.
do you think you have clean socks? You always ignore the socks every single time.
I could have had trench foot.
I'll
Thank
take that
you.
as I was going to say I'd take that as a thank you, but
Your
Thank
feet
you.
sweat that much?
Oh
You
my
look at trench
Wait,
Very
time out. Have you
thick
not noticed the
venturing
smell?
boots.
Am I the only one that noticed the smell? I
No,
do have
I'll
a
be
strong
honest.
nose.
I kind of
Yeah,
have thought
very-
the
yeah.
smell was Silas.
I also
No, no,
No, that
no,
smells very
There's
clean.
a different smell.
By this
Smell?
point, it seems that Yosef is pretty convinced you're not going to just kill him.
right.
Fair.
We've been
Um,
hanging out with him, handing him silvers.
You're talking about 3
Gross.
silver a day was what we discussed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you already pay him for like a bit of service?
We haven't yet actually done the deduction. We did.
Well, he's also not been working. He's just been
Right.
here,
Well,
so.
I mean, if he wants to just hang out with us, whenever we start traveling, we can pay him for the travel time because we're paying him to drive the cart.
Yeah, and he's gonna be on the caravans.
He's not bad at it.
He's probably
In a-
better than
in a
any of us.
Combat situation, that might be a terrible decision. You'll have to wait and see. He has stats.
Yosef, your role is if you get really scared, if you leave us and take our cart, we will find you.
What would I want your cart for?
Exactly. We
Right.
don't have to worry about Yosef.
You just stay safe, don't get killed, and we'll come get you after
I'm not
the
going to
fight.
mess with the Wainwrights. A Wainwright? There's, you see, over in the city, in the capital, the guilds, they kind of have these organizations they do for running all sorts of kinds of business.
Okay.
And a Wainwright is a person who makes wagons, and that there right there is an Eltz wagon.
You know what? Actually, Yosef, I also would love to. We now have this cart full of supplies that need to
Uh-huh.
be sold. And you may know more than the rest of us combined on how to do that.
Probably not.
I mean, You may know something. We didn't know about that at least.
How much is a day's worth of bread? How much does that cost?
Wait a second. I think I saw you playing this game with this meanie yesterday.
We definitely haven't played this game since the last town, so...
Yeah.
It's not a game. It's not a game.
I think she's messing with me. She's going to say a silly number again.
I'll just motion like...
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Well, a day's worth of bread. A few copper, at most.
Oh, he's honest.
Yeah, that doesn't seem about right, actually, at most.
Right, so...
Like, if you're having an extravagant meal.
It's
Full
just that I
loaf of
mean
bread is a
turns
copper
is
piece.
meaning like...
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
correct?
I believe.
Real talk, if he said a gold, would you have believed him?
No, because last time I said a gold and his meaty told me that was too high.
But
And I'm not stupid.
You're not stupid. You just don't have the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
You're wise, not... No,
No, I'm intelligent. I'm not wise. Wisdom's my lowest score.
Are we winding down for the night at this point?
It's just an evening bonfire. You're allowed to chat.
I don't want to ruin the mood.
We're all friends here.
I want to have a conversation, and it's directed at everybody, but specifically both Silas and Laurentius.
You got the first name.
Yeah.
Is this sexist? Is this about us being guys?
So,
Feels that.
both of you have been present while questioning people that we have under our
Watch?
Captured. Yeah.
temporary watch.
Like Robesy.
Yeah. Exactly like that. However, I just want to pay them for the information, and you stepping on somebody's foot with all 500 pounds and you threatening to...
386?
Wait.
Silas, what?
Wait. I cannot believe I'm doing this. I have an interjection. I thought you were going to do them harm as well.
No.
Oh.
Just because
I'll be honest.
You looked very scary, I'll be honest.
that is my face, not...
I'm gonna go with L on this. I was just kind of following your lead.
No, I just wanted to offer him...
You're pretty scary, so I'm just saying.
Again!
I feel like what we have here is a classic bit of miscommunication.
This party?
Oh my gosh, we hired HR.
We did it.
Finally.
Well, for that sort of job, I'd expect compensation.
Market value.
2 copper pieces.
He's getting more than 2 copper a day.
Yeah, he was getting somewhere
getting
between
3
two.
HR makes below a cart driver.
Yeah, no, but
No. Okay, sorry, back in the moment.
Here's the thing. When you do physical harm to somebody, they don't actually give you what you want. And when I walked away with him, away from all of you, I got some fantastic information about what was actually done to Sulo. They're trying to make stronger undead. They're trying to make undead that can grow and learn and experience and be more physically and mentally present, engaged, and powerful. And because of what was happening in that cave, I don't know if we would have gotten that in that room in that state. I am not trying to actually hurt anybody. I want to slightly put the fear of the gods in them. However, I'm not here to just...
But hurting people is bad?
Yeah, but I don't want to actually sit here and murder people and hurt people and torture people. That's not what I want. Most people that we are going to run into are going to accept... I give away a little information, I get a little bit of money, and I go on my way. That's what happens. And in this case, we now have some great information about what was going on with Zarathal and what they were doing with Sulo and kind of what happened after that happened, because we got into a situation where I was able to have a conversation. I may seem scary to you guys, but I'm not trying to hurt people, and I'd appreciate it if we didn't actually threaten violence.
That's fair.
Well,
Gwynwyn?
Okay.
I think we've all grown from this experience.
Oh,
and this
second-
conversation.
Secondarily,
Yeah.
Gwynwyn, if you ever
Nearly
need to
erased.
talk, Gwynwyn, if you ever need to talk about the implications and feelings that you have about some of the actions that you've taken, I've been there too. We are both people who don't always have the option to make different decisions, and I'm here for you.
Sounds good.
But
I have a question, Ismini. What if we don't have the money? How do you get him to talk?
I will run out of money eventually.
well, here's the thing, right? Just because we
Joseph looks at you with
We'll cross that
grave
bridge when we get to it.
concern.
It's fine.
No. You
Well,
always
that's
have
that's
money.
after your pay.
you always get paid first.
You did the horses.
Oh.
I mean, I'm very attached to Merlin already.
I know.
Sweet baby.
Does anyone actually know the name of the other horse?
Rita and Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Wait,
water
it was-
closet or something.
Not Britta.
Rita and Merlin.
Britta. I thought you
Britta.
said Britta. Sorry.
Yeah.
But-
I know the names of the horses because I wanted them to get the best care possible in every town we go to.
What is it? Merlin and what?
Rita.
Rhea?
Rada.
Rada.
R-A-D-A.
Okay.
I know how to spell the names of the horses too.
It was Arthurian and
Yeah,
what was the other one?
Murder and radar. I got it.
Tori's been reading the books.
Oh,
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know the name.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I
But
think that's all us agreeing on no murder.
no, murder
No.
will happen.
Torture.
It will happen.
No.
Here's the thing:
torture is
in the heat of battle,
I mean, I'll kill people.
right? In the heat of battle, I am not
Settle
above.
down.
We have to. And this is the thing, right? Because we've been operating as a
So weak.
we are operating as a group of people, and I this is very out of my comfort zone. So stop me if it get weird. But
Well,
we're currently We're currently traveling together, and we're going to be traveling together for a while, and we've all decided to take up the mantle of bringing this caravan to Eltz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're going to do that, we can't
Leave a trail of bodies.
or no, we're going to.
We already
inherently.
have.
But we can't fight about it every time it happens because
So,
if we fight about it, we're not going to get anything done. We're not going to trust each other, and at this point, I'd rather trust you guys than sleep with a dagger under my pillow every night.
Yeah.
I have a final question, and I think the way that we're all on the same page, we're aligned,
Yeah.
and
Threats of torture versus real torture. Got it. Yeah.
where's Orwin?
Oh, why do I think that this is a real name and I need to double check it?
Orwin?
That's the main.
Yeah,
Orwin
Beckett
is-
Voss. Is Beckett Voss a...
Beckett Voss is the name of the marshal.
Right,
in
I have
Walnut
that
Hill?
written down. Why
That
does
was-
that sound familiar?
You
Was
took
the-
him to the.
It's a guard to their boat.
oh, sorry.
Have I revealed the...
No, not on the stream.
Oh, well, it's a guard.
Yeah. Okay, cool. The marshal. I took him to the marshal in Walnut Hill, understanding that it's very likely that an arcanist can escape from a small town jail, but better than murdering. Although if he would have attacked me, then he would have been dead.
No, that's
Let's get that
Did
straight.
you tell him if he tries anything again that
What happened to Karguts? Just
Kargas is also under arrest.
Also in jail.
also in jail. Okay.
Everybody who was living at the time.
Except for Yosef.
Except for Yosef, because Yosef is cool.
We're hanging out with him.
Yosef
And
is
Jared.
Corrosive, actually. Sorry.
Jared got free.
Jared's
Jared's
free.
free.
But
Okay, he said he's gonna come back and we're gonna fight again. So,
Or we could just make friends with
Maybe.
Jared.
can we like
We're gonna fight him
prank
until
while
we-
that happens and just watch?
yeah.
I mean, well, sure, yeah.
Cool.
That'd be
Also-
actually really fun.
Yeah.
However,
We're going back
you
to
put
the
money on
capital, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
we're
love to
certainly
bet.
going to find him there.
Great. But I will say also.
You know where to look there?
Are you
Oh,
from Eltz?
oh yeah, we all work in the West End.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got that info last
Well,
time.
so we worked in Galavon because we got driven out of the city, but we typically work in the capital. I'm from Pirewood Row.
Nice.
Firewood Row.
You'll have to show us your home sometime.
Pirewood? Does that ring a bell to you, Lilia?
It's just that it means fire and wood.
Also a pyre, like something you would burn
Wait.
someone on.
Yeah,
Fire.
fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Something we could.
it feels like it rings a bell. It's something's going off in my head. An alarm. It sounds like it's
So-
singing "Money, Money, Money" by ABBA.
What drove you out exactly?
Oh, what is? There's another gang, I suppose, and
Vigilantes.
A vigilantness?
What's the gang called?
I don't really know, but they're led by the Lionheart. Big guy.
Oh, these guys.
Shiny helmet.
That's right.
Big horns.
Not the one with 2 swords.
Heard about them.
No, that's the Bastellus.
We didn't have a name for him.
Shit.
Have you not? That's like a genuine fact.
The third one, you don't have a name.
That's
No,
something
he
I'm,
was
like,
the
making
human
up.
with a crossbow, though.
He's not a treasure.
So,
There's the marksman, there is the guy with the horns, and there is the dual wielder.
Has anyone ever seen any of the guy with the horns face by chance?
Oh,
Is he like a big dude?
I'm gonna roll a luck check.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's a tiefling.
No beard?
Got them devil horns. Well, you can't see his face. He's got a big old metal thing over it.
So it does not match this description.
Of what?
The town guard from the last place.
No.
The one she
Ah, no, this is... Oh no, he's a big fella.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
No,
No.
he doesn't sound like
Yeah, it doesn't
that
sound-
guard.
So, to end my administrative bookkeeping and keeping us all working as a functioning team and not a bunch of strangers traveling in the same wagon.
Friendship. We're friends.
Strangers traveling in a wagon that are becoming business partners.
Yosef looks defeated.
If you guys,
Friends.
Arm's length with this one, huh?
if you,
It's been years.
if somebody tries to
Multiple years.
If somebody tries to kill you,
Maybe.
feel free to kill them. However, if we get to the point where we defeat them in combat without killing them, there's probably edge cases for killing them. There's always edge cases.
We've all become so corporate in our old age, huh?
Edge case, and I just thought, you guys have swords.
We did a line.
I know what
Right.
Case.
Yeah.
I feel weird about it, but I'm like, I need to hit my
Y'all a bunch of
point.
nerds.
I need to hit my points. I'm fine with you murdering, but
Don't torture.
if you
She's a
Don't
charge, what
torture.
I'm hearing.
if you defeat somebody in combat, they say I yield and you stab them, I'm just gonna look the other way because I'm not worried about that. That's fine.
So you can murder Jared if you
Oh, I'm not gonna murder Jared, and if you take the kill from me, I'll be upset. I'm so tired.
need to. Wait. Before
That's
we get
actually
into
in the contract she wrote for me. I'm not supposed to kill Jared.
She's also not supposed to write the contract.
He already signed it, and it's legally binding and has my seal on it.
Yeah, she said she got one of them notaries to look at it.
Where'd you
Do you
find
know how to
the
write your own
notary?
name?
I have.
Sir, I have an intelligence score of 12.
That's more than you.
I got
So,
my mother. She worked very hard. She has a cart with all sorts of sweets in the West
Yeah,
End.
You know, I'm going to
Oh my
bed.
gosh, can we go to the car?
You guys suck.
Do you like potato pancakes?
Wait. Before we go to bed, I had to prep my spells tomorrow. Before we do all of that,
Oh,
we
that's
should
a
have
great
plan.
idea. We should have a plan.
I told you about the. I told you my plan, but
The rest of the session.
Prestidigitation only has a range of 10
I could
feet.
cast snare if we wanted to try to herd it somewhere, and so we could have a trap right there to try to trap it, and then we could hit
there
it a
are
lot.
cells,
I
but
re-
it can
Is it,
just fight through those. So
Yes.
Yes, Victoria.
DM, would I realize that casting darkness would be a very stupid idea?
No, we
I'm
don't
not going to answer
need-
that question for you. That's your decision.
Hey, we can cast the
It
light or daylight.
you don't know that it has.
Do they see?
It's not a blind creature. It just
Right.
appears that it wasn't. While it was resting, it didn't
Right.
appear affected by
I
your
didn't
light.
know how much I know about them, so I'm trying to
Can we actually make a check
determine.
with
Does
that?
anyone
Like,
have silence?
light sensitivity?
That would be really good. Wouldn't be
No.
able to hear us.
So the check you'd be making for this
Then we can't
a
cast
bulette
spells.
is a monstrosity.
Uh-huh.
I
I'm
can
going
still
to
cast
ask
spells.
you to make me. There are two options. You may make me an Arcana check or a Nature check with disadvantage.
Use a new dice.
Arcana it is, which we'll see how this goes.
Arcana.
11.
11. You don't know. You would be aware of what you have with that. Your knowledge of bullets is they are some sort of underground creature that, with hardened carapace.
Fair.
I was going to ask this
Yes.
same kind of thing because
That's fine.
Would you like to roll that? You are the Arcanist.
I also study monsters for fun.
Knowledge checks are one of the big ones where I let you guys all throw a bunch of dice at me because it's fun for players to be able to learn stuff.
Just because it actually popped into my head.
16. Or,
You don't have any reason to think that, but you're not confident.
right.
You don't know anything about its vision.
Right. Cool. I was just like, would I be able to figure that out? But
Sure. Connor?
Can I roll to see if they're like, seems like they're sensitive to sound. Would they be weak to like a loud sound or like
I'll let you make the same check.
like something?
If anyone else has
like
any
a
other things, you're gonna have to
concussive
roll now, or I'm not gonna let you go anymore.
We're done.
This one.
No.
Okay.
do they?
But one knows nothing.
Are they tameable like pets?
What's
That's
the
a big
check?
question.
Arcana?
It's Arcana.
Okay. 10.
10, no idea.
Cool.
My last check, or my question is, I've encountered a bulette before. Is there any sort of elemental damage that I saw at the rodeo?
I will tell you this without rolling. You never saw a bulette fight against elemental damage.
Or-
It's not some information you have.
Okay, or like there wasn't anything about like the pin it was being kept in to
No,
like,
so the
prevent
big.
it from just-
Oh, I will tell you this. No roll on this one. It's basic piece of knowledge. It was kept in a pen where underneath the dirt at the bottom was a layer of steel. It was in basically a big metal bowl.
Okay.
Was where you had seen the one in the pen in your past.
My
Backstory.
My plan is we hit it really hard with everything we have as fast as possible.
I like the sound
Do
of
we
that
want
plan.
to trap it? I cast snare. We try to lead it somewhere, and then we keep hitting at
Go
it.
in.
while-
That would be great, but if that doesn't work the first time, I'd rather you just keep hitting it.
fair. I will slip a purse.
Hey, Are they like really strong?
She got her butt kicked. So.
I know, like, because you fought one. That's why I'm asking.
I didn't really fight one, more as like attempt to treat it like a horse and then
You tried to
almost
ride
get,
it.
Yeah, like almost get like stomped.
Oh, like in that rodeo you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay.
where I got the idea. Like,
Rodeo.
rodeo.
Thank you.
It depends on what accent
Horse,
you have,
buddy.
really. Like the Varrock say it one way, like us up in Issel say it another. It's a whole thing. I'm gonna continue role building until
speak
So-
for shit.
Yes, strong.
very strong.
Okay.
Enough where like this is one of the only times I've ever been grounded.
Okay, so horses are strong. Stronger than a horse.
Horses are not strong.
It's about as strong as a horse.
It's as strong as a horse.
Horses are strong.
Horses are nice. Look at Merlin. Merlin and I are buddies.
They're strong. That doesn't mean that they're like
Vicious.
disposition.
But I know that bulettes, unlike horses, where if you have more than one bulette, they can't carry like they can't pull like 3 times the weight like horses can.
Why do you know
What?
that?
When you put horses into teams, they can pull more than 2 individual horses, and then if they're friends, they
Win-win.
can pull even more.
Gwynwyn, I would actually ask Gwynwyn, or actually I'm going to reference this to both Gwynwyn and to Laurentius. Laurentius, it's up to you if you've heard this, but Gwynwyn, you would. Dwarves use bulette to pull things.
Oh.
They are a thing that people use.
Oh, I would have seen them at the tavern.
They're
Oh, that's some
they're
tiered
exceptionally rare. Drow,
That's what you were
drow and
pulling at
dwarves
the tavern.
underground can use them.
Wait.
The whole thing is they can burrow through.
Wait,
they can
are-
burrow underground.
Are we sitting here planning on how to kill a horse?
That's what you were pulling. at the tavern.
Basically, it.
Dwarves hunt them as like a rite of passage to adulthood sometimes,
Oh.
but like warrior dwarves, sons of a knight or a prince. would
Then I'm
do it.
going to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what we've said multiple times about like how it's pointless to plan because we'll just abandon it.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is Clella talking.
No, yeah,
Okay, let's all
100%.
go to bed now, and
Because
we it tomorrow.
it's gonna go sideways.
We'll plan for 2
We all
hours.
We're gonna have
punch
to
as hard as
roll
we
with the
can.
punches,
Yeah.
All right, you all enjoy the last bits. Okay, you save a little bit of marshmallow for Odie in the morning.
Yeah.
But you all get your fill, have your drink. Some of you may have upset tummies in the morning, but don't worry. You get your nice long rest. If you're missing any of your features, all of those are restored. You've also rested for a few days, so should have access to all of your hit dice at this point.
Sweet.
Rolling that elixir. I'm guessing you're not going to tell me what you got, are you?
Nope.
Makes it too easy for him.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
I do have to ask, is your intent to bring Yosef with you?
I don't think so.
I think he.
Unless he really was committed to coming, but I don't think he is committed.
if you would like, I'm happy to watch over the farm, make sure the missus and the boy are all right.
You make sure nobody comes to harm them.
Oh, sure.
Can I
Stand
give her
guard.
2 extra silver to do chores around the farm, help her out?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. We are going to spend all of our money on Yosef.
Yeah.
Yosef, I haven't described very much because he was just, he was bandit number 3.
Right, we're committed to
But
bandit number 3.
Yosef,
Friend number 1.
He's a little bit older. He's got this sort of dark brown, almost black, wavy, long hair.
That's
He's not
not
a
what I was
handsome
picturing.
man. But he also
Big
has
black
this sort of
loose numbers.
slightly pointed beard that you can see he takes a little bit of care of. He's a slightly older, ruddy-looking sort of fellow. He's a little unkempt.
I appreciate you describing Yosef because every feature was incorrect in my
That's
brain.
fine.
I was picturing.
Also, I may have
He's like a
described it in the
20-year-old.
past.
I thought he was like a 20-year-old.
Same,
like,
20
Like
years
blonde.
old, sandy
Older-
brown
I'm sorry.
hair.
I meant the fact that almost every D&D party is a bunch of 20-somethings. No.
Or
He's
200
probably in his, let's say mid to late 30s.
Oh, that can be.
He's not old. He's older than several of you for your species.
Seasoned.
Fair.
You're barely not a teenager.
Me?
What are you?
Oh, he's a half elf.
I thought you were 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely not a teenager. Barely not a teenager.
Oh,
Like
I
you
didn't hear
just
the
got
part.
No, it's
stopped. being a teenager.
it's kind of like, think of how many loaves of bread you could buy at 1 gold piece.
Do you know the answer?
3 copper is the price of 1 piece of bread. So,
Wait, 1 piece of bread?
Wait.
1 bread is 3 coppers.
Let her go.
I don't like this.
It's kind of funny. I watch her as she's digging a hole without even using a shovel.
No, that costs more than she knows.
I don't have the ability to mold earth.
Ooh. I'm just gonna start patting Joseph on
Does
the
the
back.
bird know about metaphors?
We all do.
Oh, I know about metaphors. I was making a joke.
Yeah.
No, my problem was
Win-win.
my problem was I said how many loaves of bread could you get for a gold, and you said 3 copper.
All right, but you enjoy your nice long rest. You wake up in the morning having a bit of breakfast.
I'm sorry, that's the resale value.
Marita is going to actually be working today, so she leaves relatively early in the morning, taking Odie into Walnut Hill, into town.
Great.
Thank you, of course. If you need to stay for longer, of course, my home is yours for as long as you need it.
We really need to head out, just because we were technically following someone.
Great.
I want to play with the horsies more.
Well, they're gonna be here for a few more hours, so you can play with them for that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna,
He's got a little toy sword. He's going to go play at his friend's house.
as they leave, I'm gonna basically just set up a little bag for them. With
Coin?
5 gold.
Yeah.
5 gold.
Ooh.
I
10
think that's
gold.
smart.
Okay, 10 gold.
Yeah.
Let me write that.
Sugar is expensive, and she gave
That's
a lot of it.
I have to express to you. It costs about a silver and a half a day for their survival and everything.
Yeah.
That's a significant thing you've done.
They don't have the primary provider in their family anymore because he passed away twice. So,
Well, 3 silver probably actually, but you know.
well, yeah, but it's a woman and her young son, and they've been housing us for almost a week now, like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Girl boss of every kind.
Yeah, no gaslighting or gatekeeping with this girl boss.
Moving on, but she excuses herself, heading into town. Yosef staying. He actually takes up the perch that was previously occupied by one of his compatriots. Sitting up on top of the barn, he's got a. Was he allowed to take his equipment back?
Oh yeah,
He's got his
He's a light crossbow,
great.
and he's just kind of sitting perched up there, getting a little bit of a tan. He'll wait here, watch over the horses and the wagon. Thorn, are you bringing the tube containing the magic painting?
Yeah, I'm just carrying it now. It's like
Perfect.
my own little ring of burden.
Okay.
At least you don't swing a sword and it has to like fall off your arm and it's just swinging and
Wait,
stuff.
stop. Can he use it as a sword and beat people into exhaustion?
Yes, it is a blunt weapon. It does a D4 bludgeoning damage. Don't use it. It's an improvised weapon. Improvised weapons are bad by the default 5e rules.
Unless you have a tavern brawler feat, do you have a
Right.
tavern
If you
brawler
take a
feat?
feat, they become as
Not
good
right now.
as simple weapons. Well, all right. Are you heading back over to the field beneath the still cloud where you found that cave?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll look for Bull's
I'm
ack.
entertained because I know why it's called I'm guessing. I have a very strong guess for why it's called a Leckless Field and why it was clearly abandoned 40-ish years ago.
Oh, we never investigated the abandoned actual farmhouse.
Were we supposed to?
Yes, it's a building that we didn't look at.
Oh, I thought if we leave the area, it'll
I
say,
skimmed
like,
it.
No loot all button for D&D.
No. Hard no. All right, heading back into town. Things are a little bit calm. You do see what looks to be a collection of 3. There's these 3 teenagers, probably 16, 17, right on the cusp of adulthood. You see them. There's the marshal you saw previously. Marshal Voss is overseeing them as they're whitewashing the side of one of these buildings, covering up what looks to be a bit of graffiti they had put up the previous evening.
Was it artistic?
It's really not.
Oh.
I'm guessing what it says.
You've seen curse words and wieners before, and these are not particularly well made curses and wieners.
Formed artistic expressions of youth.
Maybe we should go show them the real artistic. Like,
No,
have so
no,
many
no
quests.
showing children
We
these
don't need to
things.
show
No,
anything.
no.
I'm in.
Bulette. Anyway.
Moving on.
We're
Moving
gonna go
on.
find bulette.
You continue further back towards that same farmhouse, the field where you fought the Goliath. I believe that was actually that was 2 sessions ago.
Yes.
Where you faced against the Goliath watchman who worked with Yosef. You see that singular farmhouse on one side of the field. The cave itself is just past the field that you passed under. Early in the morning, you're not in shade here. The shade from the island, you all know, it is something that people are aware of. Floating high above where you stand now is a solitary cloud, thick, almost like a storm cloud, but fully immobile. You all would know that here in Gren, these clouds are a sign of a hidden mass of land floating high above. Proceeding forwards, going to the hill a little bit further away, you do see that same cave entrance where you faced off against Orwin and discovered an ancient an abandoned hobgoblin base. What would you all like to do?
We go in quietly.
Do we want to take a side quest to the abandoned farmhouse?
We'll do that afterwards.
If we wait any longer, we're never gonna find Oswald's killer.
Yeah. Let's just go kill this bulette.
That trail is getting colder by the
Is
second.
it still dark in the basement place where the hobgoblin stuff?
If you want to start, so there are sconces. If you'd like to take the time when you go down there, you can light up the whole structure.
We also have that ball of light.
Yeah, I'll
Dish
just-
tape.
Bolzak is nowhere to be seen right now.
The new item.
You could assume he's passed out somewhere. That your
I'll do
green-blue goblin from before.
I'll do dancing lights and just light up the room. That way people.
Not using the torches?
Yeah.
A collection of, I believe, 5 glowing orbs begin to sort of spin around above you. You're able to move them around, lighting up the area. When you get back to that tunnel, as you head over, you do see there's no entrance. But as you kind of walk over a little bit closer, you see a small impression with those lights. You're able to see where a false rock has been placed that you're able to strike. The door descends from before. So you're able to now relatively freely open and close this small area, revealing that where Orin was working, the trap door still available to you, and are able to descend into the hobgoblin's lair. We're all going quietly here?
Yes.
Then I'm going to ask for a stealth check from everybody. Ooh, do we have no heavy armor this time?
Not my thing.
What armor are you wearing, though, Gwynwyn?
Scale mail?
You're wearing scale mail. You have disadvantage on stealth checks. Breastplate is the medium armor that doesn't do that. All right. Victoria's away. I'm going to ignore her roll for right now. If it's relevant, I'll ask for it. Can I get your stealth checks?
Natural 20 for 21.
What?
Victoria's not away.
Perfect. Stealth check. I'll have you go last. Jake, how did you do?
A natural 4 for a 5.
5 on Silas. Gwynwyn,
13.
13.
Math 20.
Math 20 for L.
Con and I were real confident for a second there, where we were both.
How'd you do?
Like,
7.
roll well, you roll well.
Hey!
You're heading through here. You're not making a lot of noise.
Forgot about the rest of them.
The pitter-patter of feet as you march through the barracks, seeing before you the direction towards the kitchen where you saw all that, the strange, clearly stolen, looted cutlery and silverware from the hobgoblins. You see the chieftain's room where you found the scotch last session, and you begin to descend down those steps cautiously. A bat flying up from the stairs startles you as you're heading on the way up. I will remind you the stairs itself. Now, Silas, you had to squeeze to get into this section here going through that trapdoor. It's very difficult, moving at half speed. So it's difficult terrain. You're disadvantaged a lot of things while you're in this little corridor as you're trying to squeeze into this small walkway.
Too many marshmallows.
This is one of the few times passing through each other's space isn't really going to work. It might work for Gwynwyn, it might work, but Silas, there's no way someone's passing through your square. So my question is, what is the marching order?
I can go to the very back.
Just like shoving Silas through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Silas, you want to go in the front?
If I'm in the front, that at least lets like the people behind me run away, so I'll be in the front.
I'll be behind Silas.
Okay. With acrobatics check, there's a possibility of doing a sick flip on the wall to get over him, but that's the only option there.
Do not
Gwynwyn?
parkour over
Gwynwyn will be second to last.
Do
I'll
perfect.
be in the middle.
Like
Yay!
Silas,
cheese
Lilia.
sandwich.
Why did I write T instead of I? Is Meanie, Gwynwyn. Oh, sorry, Thorn. That's why I wrote T. I never used Laurentius. I'm
Because
so
we
sorry.
always call you
fine.
by your last name because it's so sick.
It's pretty sick. Your dad definitely went by Thorn.
Yeah.
He absolutely did.
Thorn's my father. I'm Laurentius.
Nerd. I wish that was my father.
All right.
Fucking cool.
Ooh, I'm curious. No, this is all. Was that all out of character?
No, that was fully in character.
Some interesting info in there.
That's what my father was like.
Whoa.
I don't have a dad either.
All right, that's we don't need to go down that road. Let's focus on the bulette.
I have like more moms than the normal person.
How many people have dads at this table? How's your dad doing?
Is he alive?
He's alive, right? Yeah, he's alive.
Right?
So, anyone else have a living dads?
Living
Show
dad.
of hands. Ooh, this is not
I'm gonna make an argument.
Dream Daddy, the D&D game.
Yeah, no, not Dream Daddy.
We at least win the like both of our biological parents are alive.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
As you begin descending down,
Dude, what happened to your mom?
Silas, give me a perception check. There is no view past you.
Okay, that's fair.
Just to stand here.
Gosh darn it. I am not rolling this die anymore. I had perception a 10.
Okay. Okay, good news and bad news. As you continue descending down the steps, you do see the steps are broken a little bit in front of you, where there's a full space where there's water that's moving, not quickly, but it's hard to tell how deep it is. So there's this little gap that leads into the end of the staircase and thus the room before you. Are you sending the lights ahead of you?
Yeah,
Shooting
you want me
down?
to light up the room?
As long as there's
Have a
one
hard
in front
time
of us, yeah.
seeing? Yeah, I'll just light
Cool.
it up.
He said no, I should have had you roll with disadvantage. Perfect, we're good this way. Looking forward into the room, you do still see there are those 4 cells, including the one with a small creature that was wearing plate mail. There are corpses in here. It's a grisly scene. You do not currently see the bulette. Additionally, just as a bit of a reminder, 2 of the walls look like they're bare dirt, having been worn away by something. On one far side, there is a small hole, roughly the size for a drunken goblin to sneak in here from some other cave. And from that hole, there's more water that is dripping into the room, which pools and presumably is trailing down through the cracks to an even deeper place here.
So, like, did he already pass the little...
No, I've not moved him.
Okay.
You're still on the safe side of that water from before. It didn't seem that the bulette could sense your movement or anything from this side. Additionally, I should mention, one side of the staircase is finished. There's stone. One side, dirt.
Was the stream there before last time we were here?
Yes, it was. It wasn't super important because you were no urgency.
Okay.
It's just shy of 5 feet. It's something where you can pretty easily hop over, but you're hopping over it. You're spending, depending on what's going on, you might even be spending 2 squares of movement to get over this if you're trying to make sure you don't have to roll those checks.
Gotcha.
Falling into water is not great.
Why are you looking at me?
For certain people.
Dude,
Wizards?
What?
Silas is incapable of fitting in the crack.
No.
You could use him
I
as a
can-
bridge.
I can
Kill him. You could use his leather as armor.
Running water joke.
Yeah, no, I'm terrified of running water.
All wizards are terrible.
Every player should be terrified of running water.
Okay.
Is
what
every
about
session going to go watch Z Bashu's stuff? He has great advice.
Or just don't get into running water in general. Like, yes, also go watch all of his stuff. He's
That's
fantastic.
good. That's good, like,
I was
real
just
life
thinking
advice
of
as
yeah,
well.
being
Dude,
eaten
don't
by
go
a
in running
catfish
water.
that was a PC.
Oh yeah, don't get eaten by a catfish either.
Because you fall into the running water.
But Silas, you don't see where the bulette is from where you're currently standing. Additionally, as a reminder, looking into this room, on the left-hand side of the room, pretty far out, there is a door that you've not been able to go into. And Balzac mentioned he had not gone in that room before.
Okay, are we still in this kind of really tight?
Yes, you're in here. You have to hop over the water to get out of the tight space. Once you're in there, there's essentially the room itself is a square with 4 cells, and it forms a sort of cross in the center. So the cells are in the 4 corners of the room, and there's a door on the left-hand side of the cross and a hole at the north end side of that cross.
Yeah, okay.
North and left, sorry, west and north.
Perfect. If I have enough room to kind of pull out the hammer, I kind of want to stick it in the water, see how deep it is. Is that possible?
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
As you do, I'm gonna ask Clella to roll a luck check. Hey, just tell me it's better than 10.
It's not.
Wait, come on. Can I add my...
No, you
No.
said not to the luck check.
With a shot.
Sorry, it's a
As
9.
you take your hammer out, and are you putting the large end of the handle end in?
Oh, the large one. I've got the handle in my hand.
It keeps going for at least 2 feet before you can't fit the hammerhead anymore. But the hammerhead of your weapon is like this big.
Yeah.
For fitting someone's foot, it could be deeper. But it's at least 2 feet down. Certainly, someone could trip and get stuck here even briefly. So,
Okay.
So Gwynwyn is
careful.
unsafe near the water because Gwynwyn's
Yes.
4 foot something.
Gwynwyn will not be
throw
crossing
Gwynwyn
water. Got
It'd be
it.
like waist deep.
Oh.
It's hard to play dwarf when there's any water nearby. Because a
Hey,
puddle is
speedy
terrifying.
girl, would you like to be even speedier?
Yeah, I would.
Gwynwyn, you are, as a reminder, you're not next to Elilie. You're between
I just
Thorn
kinda,
and Miss Meanie.
called that one out to her.
Yeah. So you can, you can reach over Thorn.
I hand you a potion.
Oh, God.
What does this do?
I just said makes you speedier.
Red Bull. It's a Red Bull.
It's literally
wings?
speed.
What's your passive perception, Silas?
My passive perception's 14.
I'm not going to give myself advantage on this. You're kind of sticking this down there. You kind of hearing what's going on. There's talk about a potion. You begin pulling your hammer out. You've kind of walking through here. I think it's fair to say you don't have your shield and hammer in this.
No. My shield's on my back.
The shield's on your back. As the foreside of where this water is bursts open partially. I'm gonna make one attack with that bulette as it emerges from the ground. That's gonna be.
Timing.
That is going to be. Go ahead and bring us the battle music, Alex. That is going to be a 21 to hit with a bite attack.
Hey, I get bit.
This metallic creature bursts upwards as you enter its domain. Furious, though there's not really emotion on its face, it takes a single bite at you. That first one you said was a hit?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, where are my D12s? I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
I don't like that either.
Here.
I need 3 more, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Paper.
I don't need these 12.
Those ones that are weighted for once.
The ones that keep on hand at all times. For when we have a barbarian.
Look at the shape of these.
I like the shape of those. Jake's not like the shape of those.
Oh, is it? Oh, I can't finish this.
30.
Naughty boy.
Jake. Take 41 points of damage.
I'm at 2 hit points. But I'm still up!
I told you. I told
And I'm
you.
gonna need the
all.
party to roll for initiative.
Better throw back this potion.
The creature itself has not retreated from you, but it is going to stabilize. It gets onto the land right past. There's enough room for people to squeeze and funnel into the room, but it is standing right near this entrance. Not my initiative. My initiative is not great this time, guys. I'm very sad about it.
I don't have this in the chart that I have, but I can make it happen.
All right, initiative. Thorn,
17.
17 for Thorn. Silas, 8 for Silas. Gwynwyn
7.
is Meanie.
11.
L.
12.
God.
TPK. TPK.
No, this is actually very exciting. The bullet's going last. I will let all of you know right now. Today we might be learning about held actions because you are all in this narrow hallway with a monster standing at the end of it. In the room behind it.
Yeah,
So we're gonna start with
dice out.
Thorn. Thorn, you are in the middle of the party. You can see Elilia and Silas, and you can hear the monster.
I would put the big guy in front.
No, that was the right decision.
Yeah,
Right,
it was.
like,
100%.
All of us
You
are
are
dead.
You were an elephantine.
I could only
shield.
hear it though. I can't
Someone
see
would
it.
have been dead if it wasn't me.
So there is a way you can see it, but it's going to require a check. You are in a 4-foot wide walkway. You could take and try to climb upwards on the dirt end of the wall. You can try to climb upwards, but it is going to require an athletics check. If you fail, Not a big deal, you lose your movement. If you fail by a lot, you might get knocked prone.
I just need to check one spell real quick.
Do you have a question about it? Because I can answer, or is it a secret? I don't get to know.
No, it's not a secret.
I love your dice.
They're
so
very
cool.
nice dice. I haven't rolled that before, so. Well, I rolled it once.
I get to roll 4 of them.
How tall are you?
7-11. I'm crouching though, so
You're crouching?
or not? You said it was 4 foot
Okay.
tall area.
I'm gonna
Or 4
cast.
foot wide?
Are you? You didn't mention crouching before, because that'll change what I just described to him.
Well, you
Are you?
Is it higher than? I'm 7'11". I thought you said it
Oh,
was 4
it's
foot.
tall.
Okay.
It's narrow. You're doing this.
That's what I heard.
My apologies.
No,
I'm gonna
I-
cast Dissonant Whispers on it. It doesn't require sight.
Okay.
I double checked that.
Yeah, buddy.
And
Best
I'm not
spell.
too worried. We're all in theater of the mind mode. So as you begin casting the spell, I make a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a math 8.
That's a
It's
fail.
a failure. And I believe I use my reaction to move away.
Yeah.
Use your entire movement.
And you take 7 points of psychic damage.
Which if you leave somebody's range and they're not surprised.
You are not surprised. Silas, you may make a swing at this thing. It bites you, turns around, and tries to dive away.
I love that spell.
So good.
Okay. A natural 20.
Are you... Oh, did you... Are there any of your maneuvers you can decide to use after rolling to hit?
So, I actually don't have a maneuver that I can use after
Okay.
hitting. Anyways.
Then go ahead and roll that damage, that critical hit. You strike. As it turns around, you watch as it begins to dive into the... try to dive into the ground, but we're in stone, and start running away. You're able to hit it. It's not as armored on its back. Or on its butt, essentially.
You said-
The top half and its face are all metal.
11d8, I'm blind. Oh, okay. 7 plus.
Double check if Dancing Lights is concentration for me.
It is gonna be 7 plus 4, so it is 13 damage.
13 damage. Immediately dealing a good chunk of damage to this, you see as it turns away and it begins sprinting around, it goes to the far end of the room, which is about 30 feet out. So it's still within where you guys can get to pretty easily.
On a comment on that, when I crouch with the bludgeoning weapons, attack rolls against it until my next turn are advantaged.
Okay.
All attack rolls?
It staggers for a moment. As-
Attack rolls against it are made
Yes.
with advantage.
Oh
All
my
attacks.
gosh.
Yes. You watch as you hit it, there's this sort of dazing effect to it. You struck it in such a way where concussions are bad with like bone skulls. With metal bouncing around in there, this thing's it's off kilter a bit. All of you will have advantage on attack rolls until Silas's next turn. It charges to the far end of the room. Those of you with melee abilities, if the path is clear, you can get there. Moving on, we're then going to move. Oh my gosh, I didn't write whoever rolled initiative 12. That's Ililier.
It is
Ililier.
concentration, by the way.
Perfect. So just be careful you take damage.
Am I able to get by him?
Silas is in front of you. I'm going to ask for you to make an acrobatics check if you want to kind of hop over. It's not super hard.
Is there any way I can, even if I give up a reaction, kind of start crouching after hitting him?
Does this go away if I
'Cause
don't
I
use
have-
it?
Huh?
Does this go away if I don't use it?
No. It goes away until at my long rest, so you can hold on to it for a while.
Because I want to start with a different bonus action specifically. I'm going to take that acrobatics check.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that acrobatics check for me as you leap into. You begin kind of bouncing back and forth, side hopping on the wall.
24.
24, absolutely. You're able to hop over him and proceed through. You want to get into melee range with the bulette?
Yeah, and on my way there as a bonus action, going to ignite my weapon.
All right. What do we see envelop your weapon?
Let's get fiery.
Okay, a spark of a little ember of flame begins to trace around the edge of your blade, which becomes superheated as you continue. Go ahead and roll to hit. You have advantage on this attack roll.
I'm really excited. Could have used a different bonus action, but I'm really excited about. I like to start with the weapon first.
Silas, I'll let you do that reaction idea for the other people if you want to.
Not for her. Yeah.
I was gonna say, but you're gonna be prone. So you have to take half your move to get up. That's the big problem with it.
Math 20.
No, we're good.
Math 20 does hit, absolutely.
Okay. D6. Before G the separate.
No.
Cool.
All of this damage goes through. As you strike down with your blade,
12 points pierce. Oh, 12 points total.
12
Sorry.
points of damage. You strike down a solid hit. This thing, as you bring your weapon down, you're not that scared little girl who had to get saved by her babysitter. You strike down on the bulette. It turns and opens his mouth. Where you would expect teeth is actually just rows of sheer metal plating inside of his mouth.
We're gonna call this round 2. We got this. Also, preemptively, Help! It's Meanie.
There's a whole moment where you said round 2, and I was like, but we're still in round
Okay.
1.
Lilia, that was your turn. We're gonna then move to Ismini. Ismini, unless Silas is using his reaction on this one, you do not have line of sight yet. Unless you want to hold.
Oh.
Excuse me. Prepare. Hold an action.
I'm gonna Misty Step.
Would you like to
To
Misty
the-
step in one of the cells? or
Yeah,
not?
I'm Misty Stepping into a cell.
Nice.
How are we gonna get her out of there?
Misty Step.
Also, you could just break the cells.
Yeah,
Open if you needed
but
It seems unlawful.
great. So that was
break into one of the cells.
that was a spell cast, second level
A
spell,
finely
bonus
dressed,
action.
a finely dressed skeletal corpse is at your feet.
Great, and then I'm going to cast Chill Touch on it, which I have advantage on.
You have advantage, and the bars are not offering it sufficient cover in this instance.
What on earth is going on with these dice? Okay, great. 17 to hit.
17 is exactly its armor class.
Okay, so
It's just like the hobgoblin.
I do not like that.
4 points of damage, and it cannot heal.
Okay, 4 points of damage. Not bad. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
Action, bonus action, no movement.
No movement. Back up into the corner just in case.
Yeah, flavor back up into
Flavor
the
back
corner.
up. Flavor cower. That is then going to be Silas. Gwynwyn, you're
Bring it
next.
Theater of the Mind. Can I get there with my normal movement?
Yes, you can get to the bulette, and then you and Elle will be fighting it. You're not going to be flanking because it's got its back to the wall.
Oh, I'm not worried about
Maybe later in the fight. We'll talk about it.
it. I still have it. It's until the start of my next turn. No advantage, actually.
So yes, you don't get advantage from that. Everybody, double check your feet. It's not the end of your next turn.
I'm pretty sure it said start. May with advantage until start.
Okay, perfect. Yep, no advantage. It helps you once you get extra multi-attack.
That's a good point. I never
Cool.
think about it that way.
All right, heading over, charging through the room. Hammer, 2 hands.
Yes.
If it hits, it's a D10 instead of a D8.
I know, but let's go for it. Let's see. That is a 22.
Super hits. Silas, you come down, bearing down, and you don't see this often. Full swing. As he does, you do see the wound under his shoulder opening up. Silas is incredibly hurt.
That is 9, but with the crusher feet, I can also shove them back 5 feet. That's into a wall.
Do you want to push the... No, so here's the thing. Theater of the mind, you're able to shove this more into the middle of the room, so on Elle's turn, she'll be able to get access flanking for you.
Yeah, let's good
You push it a little bit away there? Absolutely.
So she could get flanking next turn. If I
Yes.
happen to action surge, could I get flanking now?
Yeah.
Okay, then action surge. I'm gonna smack him again.
Sidestepping, using your action surge, you bring that hammer down, trying to get into one of its weak points.
16 or not 16, 15. I don't.
15 is barely a miss. You bring this down, but it kind of braces itself, bringing its head low. Your hammer connects with its face. The eyes are actually here. It strikes the metal, and the metal is unmarred.
I can't give up my past. You both have a basically bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Shoot.
It's too
Yes,
late.
Jake, if you'd like to use it now, I'm okay with it.
Well, I
Thank
had
you,
a-
Victoria. I'm okay with reminders. That's totally fine.
I'm so used to reminding people about
It's,
inspiration.
no, you're going to roll my D6.
I just
you
don't
put,
know
You
what
put it on
happened
the
to it.
table.
Oh, am I blind?
Yeah.
I found it. Okay. Well, that was actually.
You only missed by 2, so that's going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Give me my die back, Connor.
Do or die. Oh.
Excellent. You strike against this. While the metal is unharmed, it does appear that the force of your weapon was able to push through. Just know that damage.
That is 6 more damage.
6 more damage.
Bonus action. Can I use that greater potion I got last game?
Yes. 44 plus 4. 10, 20, 30.
4, 12, 15, 19 healing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Moving on. Gwynwyn, that's your turn, and then it's my turn.
So I have line of sight now, right?
You do.
I'm gonna do a firebolt at it.
And are you going to step into the room so that Ismini's able to get there? Oh, no, no one's behind you. It's just you.
Yep.
You're here. You're invulnerable to this thing as far as you know right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm not getting any closer to that. I'm gonna fling a firebolt at it. 19.
19 does hit.
Or 9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage.
Okay.
You strike against this creature, burning. You see a little scorch marks on the brown underside. So it's this silvery metal, and then underneath the brown, craggy-looking scales. It almost looks like its body's made of rock underneath.
And then can I use that new pan flute as a bonus action?
Do you have it?
I have
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, when do you get it? Nice.
Now,
Thorn hit it.
you're gonna try to cast that one spell that it gives you a day?
Yeah.
Yes, you can, because you cast a cantrip as an action, so you are allowed to still use a leveled spell. Go ahead and cast Healing Word on Silas.
She could cast
For
on
8 points, no. 8 points of healing.
Just as a reminder, Silas, for the future, you do also have second wind on future turns.
I do. That's
Cool.
why bonus action to use the potion.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
perfect. You
gonna
right.
die.
What's your health? You know what? You don't have to tell me your health. I don't need to know those numbers. Numbers are meaningless.
Numbers are meaningless until you're rolling.
Now,
death
before the
saves.
bullette's turn, I'm going to do something very fun and make 5 people have a face. I'm going to use a legendary action.
Oh, was I supposed to make a face there?
I hate this.
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to ask everyone but Gwynwyn to roll a luck check.
I mean, I'm in a
Are you feeling
cage.
lucky, kid?
Oh.
I would. Not you. I don't want you to.
I'm not feeling lucky.
I'm feeling more lucky than I did.
You want a gift?
Is it high
Oh,
as
this
bad,
is a lot.
high as good?
That's
that's a
a
good
Oh,
question.
Thorn, did you go prone so that she can see over you?
I could duck down.
Yeah, you're good. So the two of you are safe. So ignore. I don't care about your luck roll because the two of you are outside.
Lucky you.
Why'd you give
Okay.
me this die?
Because it doesn't do.
Cool. What's your luck check?
Eats
It's a
it.
3.
11.
12.
12.
Wait, that was highest now.
Give you this for
That could be
punishment.
bad.
Cool. Well, somewhat good news. I'm gonna need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as I use a mighty charge.
We're gonna give this die another.
This is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from. This is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from L and from Silas, as it charges through L square and towards our dear Ismini, crashing into the bars outside of your cage.
This is probably not going to work the way I need it to. Can I replace that attack with a try and grapple and stop him from charging?
Ooh, we've been allowing it. I will. So I'll be consistent for now.
You want
Okay, it's my athletics
I
versus
do.
what we need.
I always let you see it
23.
before I pick it up.
Wait, 21. Oh my god, I can't math. 21. I'm so sorry. Math.
Thanks,
no.
Are you sure it's not a 23?
It's a 21, unless you want me to lie to you, which I don't feel comfortable
You
doing.
reach down. You guys see Silas for the first time reaching down to try to grab this creature with his big gray paws.
Meaty paws.
Meaty paws. Reaching down. And as you do, though the top of the middle is smooth, there is a small ridge. It's a land shark. And you slice the palm of your hand, kind of letting go at the last moment as it barrels over L towards Ismini. What was your dexterity saving throw?
On 11.
An 11 is a fail. You are going to take a bit of damage. Additionally, Ismini, you do see as it charges through L, pushing her out of the way, it slams into the bars, some of them shattering, bending, and you could now easily walk out of here, but it does not successfully get to you, stopping its legendary action there. L, you take 15 points of damage. It's bludgeoning damage.
Do I still get to make my.
You do! You dive out of the way and you're able to try to slice at its legs.
Okay. A 17?
17 exactly hits. I think you rolled that last time too. Good job. It was you?
I
Oh,
rolled-
my apologies.
Yeah, I rolled a math 20.
I get you. You all.
We
I get
all
real confused.
Same.
We all look
blur
the same.
together.
NPCs are all the
That's
same.
Okay, it's fine. Well, mostly.
7 points of piercing. Oh, or 7 points total.
7 points of damage? Okay.
Multiple damage types.
It is bloodied. It is already hurt.
Great.
But now it's its turn.
That wasn't its turn?
No, that was a legendary action. It gets one of those.
I'm gonna take a drink.
Great.
Let's have a good time.
I'm
I'm here to have a good time.
the wizard.
Wee.
Ismini, as it kind of shakes its head, just anger. It rears its paws up, turns to the side of your cell, and begins charging and dives into one of the walls nearby.
Oh no.
As it does, it begins to burrow.
I don't like that.
I don't. No.
It is everyone's turn. The bullet is not currently in view.
Hold. Toll the dead. Hold my jingle jangles.
I'll hold Mind Sliver for when it shows up.
Holding a spell, you're gonna drink a potion.
I can do a bonus action and hold an action, right?
Yeah, so it's an action. It costs you action and reaction. You hold an action, an effect that costs one action, and it uses up your reaction as well.
Gotta go fast. I'm gonna take the potion down. Now I have 45 feet of movement.
Okay.
I should really burn an AP point. I'm not going.
Are you going to? If you'd like to be moving and standing next to someone, who are you standing next to?
I'm gonna sit next to its meaning because I think it likes the bars.
Okay, and you're holding an attack. Okay. Gwynwyn, what are you holding?
Holding firebolt.
Okay. I will let you know. You can currently see Silas. You can currently see Thorn. You can no longer see either of them.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me if more than a minute passed?
Oh, it's going to be 6 seconds.
Oh, great.
Cool.
So I will let you know what's going to be happening here. On its turn, I'm going to roll a die to see who it's bursting out to attack.
Yay.
Ooh, it's very fun. It's not. You can't even get mad at me. It's not me.
That's true, actually.
Silas, are you holding something?
I'm gonna second wind real fast. That's 5 more healing. Good enough.
Okay.
Is she within range of me moving to her?
Yeah, if you can stand in front of where the water is and protect there. But remember, there is an unfinished wall in the staircase. Everyone is vulnerable now that it's in the burn. It's been burrowing.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're okay with it, I'm gonna pick you up and get you off the ground.
Oh yes.
Oh, no.
Oh yes.
No, this could end horribly, but I don't
You
want you.
pick her up. Okay, I believe I have everything.
Gotta get you a buddy, Thorn.
So,
Once again,
Thorn,
you've
come
been eating
join
too
us.
many marshmallows.
You can
I
pick
will
up
let you
those.
know.
I'm hoping I'm taking
If
the
it
die.
if the die comes up with either of you, your spells trigger. Comes up with either of you, your actions trigger.
120 feet. It triggers
Line
no
of
matter-
sight.
Really?
Ooh.
Almost every spell in the game with a target should have, I believe, has line of
There's
sight.
Well, we have 4 dancing lights in the room.
You're in a
So,
You're in this.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
right. My point was
That's good.
they can't see you, you can't see them.
I thought we
Where's
could all see
Thorn?
each other because I'm
He's in the stairwell.
We also can't see you.
Right. None
So
of
you're hanging out with them.
the group is the party has split because they're waiting in the hallway outside.
yeah. Picking up her die, can I actually picking her up? Can I actually take her die for her? Like, if she gets hit, can I take it?
Right, because that's what
Yeah,
the
you get it.
it's it can't hear her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Careful with his bells.
I'm gonna roll a d6. On a 6, I'll re-roll this. 1 to 5.
Is it a 1?
It is in fact a 1.
Cool.
I tried.
Couple things gonna happen. Yes.
To get to the cage that I had to get into, I had to be able to see it.
No, because you cast Misty Step, which doesn't require line of sight.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You can tell
I
it work
can
through
see.
walls. Oh, Dimension Door is the one you can't.
Yep.
Sure. Well, we're not gonna go back multiple turns.
Right. I made a mistake then earlier.
Cool.
You took a step out. You missed a step.
Yeah.
Couple things are gonna happen as both of your spells will trigger as a beast on its turn at the end of the second round is emerging from the wall to bite Thorn.
Make that intelligence save.
Oh, it's not a smart cookie. Ooh,
Or
but I
is
have to,
it?
okay, I rolled really good, but that's only an 11 because of my modifier.
Fail. 5 points of psychic damage and -2 the next saving throw.
Excellent.
24 to hit for 3
Hits.
more points of fire damage.
3 more points of fire damage. That you're not. All of this is going through. It did not like the psychic damage as it reaches out to bite you, Thorn. Yeah, 16 to hit.
I'll cast shield.
And just because I'm curious, just because I want to know. Would have been 29 points of damage.
I would have been down.
It's a very good shield there. As it strikes at you. However, so using that because it went so far, that's its whole turn. It is in this hallway. All you can see is the front half of it. And we're going to the top of the round. Thorn. It is in melee range with you, biting, snapping, clawing at you.
I'm gonna shove it with my bonus action.
You want to push it back into the wall?
I want to push it away from me.
Let me clarify something. There's a flat wall in front of you because you're in a small staircase. Half of its body's in here. Which way you want to push it back into the hole so it's gonna be like this?
Oh, it came out of the wall.
It came out of the wall to get you.
Okay, got you.
Yes, my apologies. It's like fighting a ghost. It can come from anywhere. I don't like fighting ghosts. It's the worst.
Worst.
Just gotta
I'll
make
cast another spell. Make me a strength save. I'll
Get a
cast
counter spell? No,
Arms.
strength saving throw.
Arms of Hadar.
Bulette with counterspell.
That's a 14 on the save.
That's a pass, Dan.
That
That's
is a
okay,
pass?
though. Yeah.
It's gonna be just barely.
Yeah, just.
Wait, didn't you
just
have a
literally
-2
just-
to your next
Oh,
save?
-2.
I have minus 2 to my next save, my
Right.
boy, right there.
I'm
Yes,
sitting here
that
to
is
remember something.
just barely a failure with a 12.
So 7 points of necrotic damage, and it can't take reactions until its next turn.
That's
So
huge.
I'm gonna run away.
You want to go upstairs?
Just
Or like further up the stairs at
just
least?
like into the cell with them. I heard her yell at me, so I'm gonna run towards her voice.
I'm
there's
worried
bars?
about Thorn. I'm very worried about Thorn right now.
I'm really concerned. Come here,
Silas, you didn't say you were. You picked up. I'm gonna
Like
say
a
that you're
cat.
still just inside the room that you
Yeah.
pulled back a little
Yeah,
bit,
it's like one arm
so
here,
that
one arm's
Thorn
on the
can
other.
kind of sneak past and kind of move there. Give me a real quick,
You think
just
you
a real,
erased or something?
real quick acrobatics check. Nothing major. Just trying to hop over this little bit of water. Well, there's a. Silas, you watch Thorn hopping over. Unfortunately, where the bulette emerged earlier at the edge there, one of the pieces of rock that was kind of right outside where it emerged crumbles, and he gets his leg caught. Your movement is reduced to 0. You are right here in the mouth of the room. Everyone can see what's going on. He's right there, but you're well outside of its current melee range, so you're probably fine.
Probably.
I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points and cast Mind Sliver on it.
Mind Sliver's a cantrip. Swatch those around you. You quickened Arms of Hadar. Used Mind Sliver. Action has to be the cantrip.
Oh, you're right.
No
Okay.
problem. Same
My
thing. Just switching those around. You're able to begin casting that spell. I make an int save.
Int save, yeah.
Not a smart cookie. Oh, that's a 4.
-1 in the next save and 1 point of psychic damage.
1 point of second damage. Let me add up these numbers real quick. It is exceptionally hurt. You've come into its territory. The way it's acting, this is its territory. It does not. It's very much seem like it wants to stand its ground here.
Help! Help! Help!
Thor, that was your turn. We're gonna move to Ililie. Ililie, currently it's in that little hallway you can get to. We're kind of squeezing past where Silas is
I got
holding
movement.
Gwynwyn.
I got movement.
You got hops. You got
I got
speed.
hops.
You want to go stab it? It's currently sticking out of here like a
really-
whack-a-mole.
I think I got enough movement where I can take a 10-foot running start and just hop that.
You can literally jump over Silas, but yes.
I'm gonna be fancy about it. Okay, I take my little 10
You
foot.
can do a
I
little
hop.
flip.
Fully flip. Do a flip.
I do the flip.
When you start pulling out copper pieces.
Why do you think I'm running a 5K every morning?
I pull out a sign
you-
that says a 10 on it.
Thorn, you good? You good?
Silas,
No!
you
I'm
see
stuck!
Elle,
I'm gonna kill the bullet.
Elle steps out of the cell, kind of grabbing one of the bars that's still held up to twist and kind of vault herself over you, diving in. Make your attack roll. It's not with advantage here.
Oh, I'm gonna do a thing.
You're gonna do the thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 AP, 2 of my arcane full points. So
Kind of like quickening.
So I can cast a spell as a bonus action and imbue it into my weapon.
What are you gonna use?
I'm gonna use a leveled spell because I'm a fancy lad. And
This is very bad for me.
I'm going to use inflict wounds.
That's good.
It's a very strong spell.
It's a
It was like
mean
3d8 if you hit this.
It's 3d10. Which I'm excited
It
about.
could be 3 overall though.
I really wish I had advantage on this.
Now you're thinking with
I don't
portals.
think I have a way to get advantage on this, which is fair.
Not at the moment.
Yeah, it's totally. If I don't hit this, I'm gonna be really sad, and I'm gonna blame Jake. I'm kidding, Jake. I'm not gonna roll this die. It has failed me twice.
It is too big to get fully into the hallway.
Tell me that's caught.
Nope.
It's not.
Whatever.
I'm sorry.
What'd you roll?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't hit.
So, as you strike, because of the spell strike and spell combat features of the Mage's class, your blade is still imbued both with your enhancement from before, and the spell is not lost.
Yes.
It's very important.
I really want to get this hit. Can you like flank on the other side of the wall? No, I know this is physically impossible. Unless you can enter.
He can't
Do you know
He
how
won't be able
thick I
to
am?
swing
I
his
am.
sword. Or his hammer. Not sword.
I
Sorry.
don't think I could do a sword. That's so aggressive. Then again, a hammer's pretty damn aggressive.
Sorry, Thorn.
Bones.
It's okay. Just
Don't drown.
I'm gonna.
feet are wet.
You know what? That.
Go back.
This is the first shower.
Oh, it will be your turn in just a moment, Ismini, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my legendary action a little earlier this
Can't
round.
you not take reactions?
I'm
He's
not
using
using a
action.
reaction.
Legendary actions are not reactions.
Not
you
reactions.
get a number of them.
For those of you who
The
may
more
be
you
new
know.
to Dungeons and Dragons, a legendary action is a special sort of action given to bosses. These let them act kind of on other people's turns, at the end of other creatures' turns. This lets things like dragons do more than attack once for every 6 players.
Or bulette.
I got. If you're new to Dungeons and Dragons,
If you're new to Dungeons and Dragons, enemies can do more than us sometimes.
Yeah.
I always forget that they
Or
don't
it's like-
require a
it's-
reaction to burn for
Right.
legendary action.
Because you get, like, a lot of monsters have 3 legendary actions.
I always assumed it was 3, but you had to
It
trade
is
off a reaction.
3
in
with
order
almost
to...
every published creature. This
Yes.
is a little modification I made here.
Footnotes.
Tune in to Footnotes this Sunday at 7 p.m. CT.
Legendary actions.
Legendary
Yeah.
action.
We'll talk about it.
I love those.
Well, it definitely knows about them.
I'm gonna use this
Economy.
legendary action here.
Thank you.
I'm gonna roll even odds to determine my target for this. Okay.
I'm gonna give
L, this is gonna provoke as it turns and begins burrowing back into the wall.
Come on now.
Grab on.
I can't. I'm not you. You
You
make me
only
drop
let
my
people
die.
grapple that.
You say that, but I didn't.
You theoretically could. Are you serious?
No, it's not even touching. I'm sorry.
What'd you roll?
Hey.
Nothing.
No?
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Actually,
Bad.
my dice.
You rolled a nothing?
That's a good die.
Crazy.
No.
All right.
No, it's time to bust out the.
That's
As
for
it
you.
pushes outwards,
You
it's
need
going
help.
to
I don't
I
have.
really hope you pull like a D20 that's like this big.
The titanium.
Yeah.
relocating. It bursts out of the wall into the main room once more.
Oh, thank God.
No damage.
You're in the main room.
No, I'm
it
not.
emerges back near where that door you saw earlier was, stands in the center of the room, and begins pawing at the ground facing towards where Silas is. Looks like it's about to charge towards you. That is
I'm still
then.
on your shoulder. Don't call it towards us.
Did your trunk do that?
That
Was it
is
like,
going to be Ismini's turn. Ismini, you're next, then Silas.
Great, I cast magic missile.
Nice.
4.
Oh!
5 damage.
4. So times 3.
Or
12.
It's 1d4 plus 1.
1d4 plus 1, so 4. Do I roll 3 times for each missile?
I thought it was each missile's 1 damage.
It's your D4
4.
plus 1
5.
times 3.
15.
Yes.
Got there!
I don't think there's a spell
I've
called
literally-
magic missile.
I've
Footnotes.
Connor, do the hands.
The content.
No.
I've only cast magic missile on roll 20. It handles it for me.
Right
It
now.
does.
Is that okay?
Oh shit. Sorry.
Gotta go?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
That's my turn. Here, this is for you. I wrote it in ahead of time.
We'll kill you just in case. That is gonna be
my gosh.
Silas's turn.
Victoria's great.
Did she write her next turn?
It's a will
She
and
wrote a
testament.
thing for if she's gone.
Oh my god.
My last will and testament.
Serious.
Silas, it's your turn. Gwynwyn, you're next, but he's currently carrying you. That's
Super
Yeah.
helpful
Is it an
too.
action to drop?
no, you can fully drop her. Just
Oh, I'm not gonna actually drop you. Like,
Do an acrobatics check. Do a flip.
do a flip.
Okay, can I just?
Gwynwyn
yeet
does not
her?
do flips.
Yeah, you'd like to use her as an improvised weapon. I have the rules for that.
Bowler.
Okay, but if she weighs more than like 200 pounds, can it be an extra D? Like,
No, it'd be
or-
a decent bit of damage if you hit.
Are you?
No, 100% not. Jake is. Silas would never.
It's called a fastball special.
It's
Wait.
called yeeting a dwarf. No.
Oh, what? Bludgeoning. It is bludgeoning.
Don't yeet a
It's the
dwarf.
thing where
I
you
like
can eat
bludgeoning.
a dwarf.
Okay.
All right.
Setting her down. Is it a full action to shield and hammer at this point?
You already have your hammer out. It's an action to equip your shield, and you can just put it in front of yourself.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna
Okay.
stand in front of the charging bulette.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking die. I do have another healing potion, so I'm gonna bonus action regular healing potion. Is that a 2d4 plus
You use regular healing potion.
Yeah.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2?
All of them except the crazy big one. They match the first number and the last number.
I am fully healed, so come at me, bulette.
Just write these notes down. Save it for Sunday.
Connor was doing these hand motions earlier. I'm just imitating him.
Okay, you got a little bit of healing. We're then gonna go to Gwynwyn. Gwynwyn, Silas has positioned himself with a shield. Are you gonna put yourself right behind him?
Yeah, I'll put him right behind. I'm gonna lob a firebolt before I do that.
This thing is, I'll tell you this, it's very close to death.
For a 25 to hit.
25 to hit, absolutely hits. I don't think you can kill it, even if you roll max damage, you're getting very close.
3 points of fire damage.
3 points of fire damage. All right. Triple digits, y'all. I'm proud of you.
Double dollar bills.
Gwen, was there anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's all.
And you're staying right next to Silas?
Did
Yeah,
a penny's
behind.
worth of damage.
Do not stand behind me. He's charging at
Did
me.
a penny's worth of damage.
I'll take like 5 feet.
You're behind him, though.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yes, I'm behind.
Okay.
Okay. Are you doing what you said, or are you doing what Jake said?
I'm doing what I said. I'm gonna be right behind him.
Okay. I'm gonna use Deadly Leap. It begins charging forward. Leaps up in the air. You guys see it leaps 15 feet, nearly, like you see sparks for a brief moment. In addition to the dancing lights, but actually a flash of light as the metal casing of its head grinds against the stony ceiling of this underground room. As it collapses down towards you, I'm gonna need both of you to make strength or dexterity saving throws. As it slams, it's basically performing a body slam with that craggy underbelly from before.
15.
15 is a fail.
13.
13 is also a fail.
I tried.
She used her inspiration.
First, you'll take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 22 points of slashing damage.
Glad I healed.
The dwarf is down.
The dwarf is done. It slams down upon you. This creature just horrible growling and grunting. Honestly, more than that is this sort of metallic sound as some of the innards inside of it are kind of rubbing together. Sort of sounds a little bit like a factory even on the inside. You're down, Gwynwyn?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was its turn. We're gonna go to the top of the round. Thorn, it's standing. Now, Gwynwyn didn't catch the brunt of it. Mostly that was on Silas. She only got knocked back, but it just was, this creature's huge. This creature's as heavy as Silas, easily. Gwynwyn's down. What are you doing, Thorn?
Can I get myself free of where I'm stuck?
You can use an action to free yourself from here.
Fuck it. I'm gonna look at the next rock that I can see, and I'm gonna cast Catapult at 2nd level.
Cool. 2 options. You want to fire one from where it lodged from the ceiling, or do you want to fire one from the ground?
I'll just slam it down.
Okay. You rip a piece of the ceiling out, launching it towards it. Make that attack roll.
It's a save, actually, a dex save.
Oh, I'm making dex save. I'm not very dexterous. Additionally, I'm so sorry. It was on a failed save. I did forget to mention this. Both of you were knocked 5 feet back and are prone. Now, you were prone either way, but Silas, you are prone. That is my apology.
I don't think it's made a save on its...
It has not yet, which
So
means this
it's
is a
minus
total
1.
of a 13.
Perfect. Can I have a D8 R1?
You think I would
It's,
have one ready?
I will say, it's been rolling very well.
Yeah.
It's not just high, it's pretty good rolls on this one so far. Oh my god, that's a lot of
You
dice.
right?
You should.
The pink one is cocked.
That's definitely cocked, right? Okay, just want to make sure. 4, 14, 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. It is now on death's door.
That didn't do it.
I did not do it.
And I'm gonna, if it's anywhere near Gwynwyn, I'm going to shove it as a bonus action.
Okay, you want to shove it away from Gwynwyn.
Away from
Perfect. I'll make my strength saving throw. That is a natural 1. Push down to the side. Kind of looks around for a moment. It has no concept of what just happened to it.
I'm gonna give it the bird and duck
Ililie,
down.
Gwynwyn is down. What are you doing?
Silas, can you get into melee?
I'm prone. I'm not gonna move.
Okay, if you can't move, then I have to swing. Because you're the only other melee person that I can get advantage from.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
just
Did you
touched
push
down.
it towards Silas? That's an honest
Whatever
question.
was away from Gwynwyn.
This is what
This-
happened to me and
he's-
Gwenny.
It split them apart.
It landed in between us
then
and shoved us
cool. I
away.
would have shoved toward.
You
Silas
can
then.
flank with Silas.
Please.
I still have a weapon now. I'm just prone. I can't.
My
move.
players are fighting for inches. Sometimes I'll allow it, sometimes I won't.
Aren't we
So
all?
Lune bless this roll. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Invoking the power of his
What
soul.
happens if she
Invoking
gets 2
Saturnine
once in a
Moonbow.
row?
Salune.
Yeah.
Oh, the goddess of light.
I need everything I can get. I'm
If it's 2 once, I'm
asking.
gonna go
Your
for a
weapon,
shot.
imbued with 2 enchantments, brings down.
A 21.
21 is a hit. Roll the damage.
Nice.
Okay.
The creature opens its mouth, its jaw opening wide as L approaches.
It's gonna be like the basilisk from a certain
Well,
movie.
it's that, or on its turn, it's gonna end up
This is the
biting
most
her.
dice I've rolled in this campaign so far.
Nice.
Okay.
This is lethal.
So like
don't
its
need
mouth is this way.
Okay, wait.
100%.
Yeah.
Fine.
I thought we could tame
It's
it
inflicted.
and like
18 points.
18 points of damage. There's gonna be an odd scar on your arm as you bring that blade striking inside and release the necrotic energy of your blade dissipating into it as it. You pull the blade back out. It's almost like thick mud. Its blood is barely, you could call it a liquid. It's this incredibly viscous slime. So you pull your hand out, and it is still on the ground. The bulette has fallen.
Can I run to like force feed her a health potion?
Yeah, you can use a health potion, or if you want to use a medicine check to stabilize it.
Health
Either option. Health potion? Perfect.
I'll
Automatic
unstick
success.
Sword then.
I have one spell slot left.
Woo!
All right. As you go over there, begin pouring this down. You open Gwynwyn's mouth, kind of daintily uncorking one of the potions, opening this up. That's where we're going to take our break for this evening. And we'll be right back to see what happens now that this bulette is dead. Excellent job, everybody.
First kill.
You hit
All
me
right.
with 40.
We'll be right back, y'all. Welcome back. Congratulations, everyone, for your recent victory. And I did want to welcome Coco back to the channel.
Oh my gosh, a bulette.
Hi, Victoria. Welcome
We're
back.
also victory.
She got a little. Oh my gosh. All right, go see mom. Go on. Well, when we left off, you all had just faced off against that bulette, and Elilier, you had that final blow, and as such, I do have a small offering, courtesy of several. I believe both Amanda and Alex brought a little trophy for you.
A baby.
That's not a baby. That thing just killed us.
Gotta hold up to the camera.
Did my note?
Oh wait.
help?
Here, wait. Let me see if I can do this.
It just. Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
It's so cute.
Oh. That's the angle.
It's the little prince. No.
Oh.
It's just like,
Do you want this? Okay, no, here you go.
this is the little prince.
That was my brother's name.
Yeah.
Last
Little
campaign.
prince
To the
second.
party.
Thank you so much for bringing that, and congratulations on this momentous kill. You and Connor both now have trophies, and everyone else needs to step up their game.
No,
Maybe
stop.
kill
Who
more people.
won
You
the
didn't-
elephant
you didn't have
trophy?
shield.
I'm pretty sure I won
No,
the elephant.
Connor did.
No.
Watch the
We
tapes.
killed it.
Back to the tapes.
Yep.
But so what you
Literally
missed,
have-
Victoria? Just getting
I
us
won
back in.
everything else.
Elle, you're kind of like wiping the thick slime-like blood from the bulette. The magic has dissipated. The weapon burst is still active, but it's going to fade over here, as there does not seem to be a current threat here where you are. The room falls silent, and it's clear, because you heard the labored breathing of it earlier, fade into nothingness. The bulette is dead.
Guys,
Channeling my inner Oswald Kappleberry. Oh my gosh. Oswald, looking at this, how much money could we get for selling its body?
That's difficult. So there's going to be two parts to this. One is how much the raw materials themselves are worth, but also how much you extract successfully. So just to give a real quick, so it's got this huge plate. Clella, go ahead and show us real quick. Now, Clella, they've got this little creature here. The top side has the metal. The metal is very, very sturdy, but the hide on the underside can be used for incredibly durable forms of reinforced, hardened leather. And so every part of this is very useful. The claws as well can be obtained. It's a very useful bit of. Oh my God, the little friend, we're gonna gut you.
we're gonna get you or me.
Coco, stay in the corner, Coco.
Everything's fine, Coco.
Well, but so there's two parts. It's how much? So it's a couple parts. How much of this do you when you extract this? How successful you are will determine how much of the material you get in various sorts of condition. So a pristine or a mediocre pull. There's some difficulty going on with that. Sort of taking. taking that animal apart will take a little bit of time. However, you don't have any inclination that the armor or this hide is not going to immediately start losing quality. In fact, it's made of it's definitely got some hardiness, like an actual metal. But a lot of you know there you can use this to replace metal in various forms of, most commonly, armor.
Sellable.
Has anybody experienced with skinning things? I can
I've never
whip
been
up a
very skinny.
mean cocktail.
I can be okay at skinning things, but I'm not like totally experienced. But I'm good enough at it.
Do you need a dagger? I got one.
I've also got daggers.
A few times.
Would that be?
But like a deer is different than a bulette.
This is a lack of knowledge on Jake's part. What kind of a check would that be?
I thought nature, which is why I'm saying
Nature,
okay.
survival.
I don't know why I thought it was survival.
If it's
Either
nature,
one.
then I would feel pretty experienced.
Yeah, we would be.
Flip side, if it's survival,
Yeah.
I would be fine.
Us little wood.
Not to
I
talk
would be
about
fine
those.
with that. You have to cut up ingredients and stuff for potions.
That's like I've skinned a wolf before back at the village. I could probably.
Who
do
wants
that.
to skin it?
Either us two or those two, depending on if you gotta
How
be
about
book smart or brain smart. Basically, it sounds like.
Can I just offer?
Book smart and brain smart feel like the same thing.
street smart?
Three smart. There.
Are you going to take this out of here?
Yeah,
to
let's
start?
move it.
Yeah.
Let's move it.
I will
back.
say this is going to take a little bit of time because you're going to have to carve out some of that dirt on the staircase upwards, or bust a hole in the ceiling and use a rope.
What's in the door that we?
I want to go the door so
Or,
bad.
like, yeah, my inner loot goblin is like, can I look at every corner of this room?
Sure. Who's going to open the door?
I'll mage hand it open.
Thank you. You got unstuck, Thor.
It's locked.
Hey, how sturdy does the door look?
This door here is made of a fine black wood with deep wood grain. You see this deep grain, all these long parallel lines. It's more textured than most doors you've seen here, and it does not seem to match the other doors in the structure.
I have an intuition. Does
I
this
think they replaced this door.
Yeah.
I think the last one goes damaged.
does this look like a hobgoblin door?
Ooh, I'm gonna ask you to make me a religion check.
I've never taken a proficiency in religion. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with this die. Not great. That's gonna be a.
Sorry.
Should I just say it's a no? Like
You
it's
can
an
say the
8.
number.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. You do not recognize this, but there is something strange
Yeah,
about it.
let's
Oh my gosh, Coco.
Yeah, she's
I have a high in score. Ish. High-ish.
So should I not take her hand axe and start chopping the door down?
Anybody know how to pick a lock?
Yes, if I have tools.
Does
Anyone
it look,
have any
You don't
does
have
it look
the
like
tools?
a hobgoblin door? Wait for
No, I mean, it's from a small area. We didn't have tools.
I have a bone dagger.
have
You want to try
tools?
picking it with that?
By the way,
thieves' tools.
I will say there would be 2 types of checks that I will allow for skinning. I was getting some second opinions here. Sometimes I want get a little bit of extra information online. Mm-hmm. Now they're both survival. You may use either your wisdom, so using your intuition and your understanding, as you normally would, or your dexterity.
I would be okay
Never
with
mind.
survival. If someone would want to help me, I can start to skin, but not today.
Jax.
It is going to take hours.
I want to
Just
haul
to
it out into
clarify.
the daylight.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I don't think we're in any rush to drag this thing out or
And
skin it.
you're very confident it's dead. You stuck your sword into a leaping monster.
Yeah, and I released necrotic energy through it.
That's badass.
Yeah, it was.
You know what? Thank you,
Hey,
Victoria.
it'll be on YouTube pretty soon. The YouTube. I remember the YouTube.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my
Connor's
god.
just
Oh my-
plugging it today.
Ooh, our plug master Connor.
Yeah.
Ew. Alex.
I'll let you wear the
Fuck.
shirt. I'll let you wear the shirt.
I'll rock that.
It's just a plug in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it says like and subscribe across the front.
all right. Let's get back on track.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I forgot
There's
my
this
roll.
door.
It's an 8.
You with that 8 religion check, you don't recognize what's going on here. It's certainly different. There's no check needed to see this looks out of place, but it does look nice. It doesn't look out of place and dingy.
I just want to see.
The handle is made of a. It's actually made of. It's still made of metal. It's made of brass, like you saw previously. That appears to have been. There's actually like some actual carvings on the handle itself. So it's a little bit nicer. More work was put into this door.
So I just want to see if it's booby trapped. Can I pick up a stone and kind of chuck it at the door?
Oh, people have already touched the door with it. So
Yeah.
with
I
mage
just take
hand.
damage. Okay, if that's it, then if y'all don't mind, I'm about to start just trying to smack the handle off.
If we wanted to wait an hour, I could make a set of these tools and then pick the lock.
It's gonna take us time to get the body out, anyways.
So, okay, so if you're working that, what method are you using to get the bulette out of this passage? Reminder that you have two big obstacles. First, getting it to the second level. Second, getting it through the trap door that you got.
If I can fit, can it fit?
A system of ropes
You're
and
made of
pulleys.
squishy flesh. Yes, so if you want to break a hole in the ceiling from upstairs, that's an option.
What I was thinking is we could put a bedroll underneath it and then just slide it with the bedroll.
Yeah.
But it won't fit through the opening of the stairway.
It's very
point.
large, and it's unlike Silas, it's very hard. Silas, if you were wearing plate armor, I would not have let you come downstairs.
Maybe
Yeah,
we should
sure.
break it down here and then
Break it down.
yeah.
Okay.
How many
fine.
lights can we get? I've got
We
3
need
torches.
like an OR.
There are sconces in here if you'd like to
We
start
have
lighting
the
them.
Yeah.
all
Sorry,
three.
just pressing shaking.
Oh, and while we're doing all of this, and we're gonna take hours to break this monster down, can I go through all of the cells and like
Sure.
dig?
You're gonna want someone to, it takes a little while as Gwynwyn is preparing.
I'll be the torch boy for her searching.
Perfect. You're gonna go and help. You're gonna make an investigation check for me with advantage because you have help from our dear Mr. Thorn. Gwynwyn, you're working on producing these tools. You're laying out raw materials that you've gathered nearby, and as you imbue them with magic, they begin to form as you create the tools for the job.
Yep.
Now, the two of you, Elilie and Silas, you work together, and by doing so, you are able to go and grab a table from upstairs from the kitchen, bring it down, kind of finagling at the end. No, you got to lift up this side. You got to lift up this side, but bring a table downstairs that's sturdy enough because these hobgoblins, they were a rowdy bunch. Put this down and are able to drop on a table or maybe 2 tables this bulette and begin the work. Rolling up your sleeves. Let's get some Tywin Lannister going on, right?
When we both toss the rope climbing just behind her, be like, if you need
Gross.
that.
Underneath the nails.
Okay, so we break through the ceiling or we try
Do
to
you
shoot
have-
through the wall.
So my
No,
question is this:
we-
are you just going to use a dagger to do this? Because none of you have
Oh, the
tools for
handle?
this.
Oh wait,
The door
wait.
handle? Oh, for skinning.
You'll have to give me another hour to do that. And
Okay,
it's a long
but-
rest.
Still preparing, looking through here. Couple things you find.
Investigation?
Yes,
11.
with an 11. Oh,
I know.
perfect.
Yeah, not
Not
great.
super hard.
Not great though.
You're feeling okay about it.
Okay.
There are 2 things of note. You do find a silver ring set with a sapphire. This is a piece of treasure worth 13 gold pieces. And you find that small person from before it appears to have been a halfling. Ooh, I don't know how much that's picking up.
Yeah, maybe a lot.
We got the dogs are barking. You find amongst other corpses, one notable one is the skeleton of a halfling wearing full plate armor. The plate armor does not appear terribly damaged, though you do not find a helmet for it. It appears that underneath you see, are you removing the armor?
I don't want to keep rolling more checks in, but can I figure out where this armor is from?
Are you taking the armor off?
Yes.
Well, it's very apparent once you start removing this, and you would have seen this, Mr. Thorn, as you see a black gambeson that is underneath, or excuse me, a black sort of black coat that is underneath the plate armor, with red and gold detailing. This was an officer of Eltz, likely a knight.
What are they doing under here?
Sounds like you got captured by hobgoblins.
And did we find anything?
Possibly reasonable. So on that body, in addition, you do find there is a coin pouch with 46 gold pieces
Joseph's wages.
and 104 silver pieces.
46 and 14.
Yes, 104.
Yeah, well.
Cool. Does not appear that whoever was capturing the people and putting them in these cells was terribly concerned about the loot they were carrying. They had some other motivation.
That is more sus.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
like
not a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah, I
women?
said that. No, I didn't.
No. Halflings are like 2 feet tall, and you're like 4 feet tall, so we can't put you in their plate.
I have
You're,
suggestions.
halflings are small size, you're medium size, more importantly.
Yeah.
She could expand.
Additionally, I don't believe you have a heavy armor proficiency, depending on which type of...
No, only me.
You're the other type of dwarf.
Yeah.
Hill.
Elle grew up in the woods. Has seen an animal get skinned before. Can I say that?
I've probably skinned an animal before.
Okay, what is your question?
Have I seen the tools one uses for skinning?
You would typically use either specifically skinner's tools, or there are also similar things found in leatherworking tools.
Are those things that can fit in one's hand?
No, we're talking about you. I mean,
Are you trying to make a trinket?
you're trying to make a trinket.
Yeah. Could I prestidigitate them?
Is that a little
You
too-
can't prestidigitate a dagger. We're talking.
Okay.
You're talking about making something. You're going to need pry bars and clamps because you're talking about.
Cool.
You're-
I don't know anything IRL about
Oh,
skinning
not a problem.
animals, so I'm
So this
like,
is-
Yeah.
I don't know if
You
it's like a
can-
fancy knife.
If
or
you wanted to get meat, you could succeed. If you wanted to get an amount of this metal, yes.
I could make
but
like a boning knife or like a fishing knives.
it's very but looking at this, it's pretty hard to mess up the plate. It's easy to mess up the hide underneath. So if you just want the big hunk of metal on top, you could do that. You could probably succeed on that without damaging it too much.
When in another hour, she can then make leather tools
Or we
Skinner's
could
tools.
run to the city or the town 20 minutes away and come right back.
There's no rush to skin it. It's
Yeah.
not
yeah.
gonna rot.
I mean, I can get there pretty
Within-
fast.
Oh
too,
yeah,
so-
it might stink. The inside stuff might rot, but the actual
The important parts.
yes, if you were to leave this here for months, you would lose access to everything but the metal plate.
Well, I guess prestidigitation wouldn't keep it cold.
Skin.
enough to pre-
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Because it doesn't
You have to
last that long.
tan the skin.
right, we could just leave it somewhere and let it rot.
No, we want the stuff though.
Yeah, we do.
We want the outside. Do we want the inside?
Probably not.
Are we that hungry?
The hide, the bottom, the limbs, that hide can be used to make reinforced leather,
Oh.
and
never
is
mind.
also a useful crafting agent.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to
So-
sell it, absolutely an option.
Can I just have one of the claws? Just one?
Sure.
Sure.
There are 3 big toes on the front of the paw. There's 3 big, 1 small, 3 big, 1
Ask
small.
Why?
No.
No.
Just want one.
Actually, it's just 3 big on each. There are a total of 12 toes. Yes, those are
Are
things
you
you can
gonna
extract as
pickle
well.
them?
Do we want toes?
No, I just want the claw,
Gross.
not the toe.
Do we all want claws? Is this a thing that we would want?
Maybe.
We could all
It's a
little-
big piece of almost metallic bone.
We could make cool necklaces.
Yeah.
Just
Let's all
saying.
take a claw.
They're all like this big.
Great.
It's a cool
Very
necklace.
ostentatious.
All right. So you take about an hour creating those thieves' tools. Would you like to go ahead and give me that? It's a dexterity check with proficiency, as you are proficient with the tools that you create.
Let me check. Plus proficiency. So it's gonna be an 18.
18. Well, I will say, luckily, because I wasn't entirely certain if you gain proficiency with the things you create. Either
I
way.
have proficiency with these tools.
Oh, perfect. Either way, that was just barely. It would have been barely a success with it. A little bit past it with your proficiency bonus. Looking at this, it takes a little while before you are able to open the door. Seemingly no traps. As you push open the door, you see a small skittering rodent run across the ground into one of the cracks in the wall. This room itself is strange. The walls, wooden, painted black. It's almost like staring out into a starless night. In the center of the room, you almost mistake it for an altar, but this wide war room style table. You see hills on a map showing the surrounding area of where you are right now. Small triangular and cube shaped wooden markers dot the table. Battle maps.
Looking at the map,
Yes?
is the tree where the shrine now is still present?
The tree is not present.
Okay. I felt really cool for a second.
We all went.
You will notice something else, however. There is nothing written on this map that indicates Walnut Hill itself
Okay.
being something.
So it's kind of old.
It's a little bit old. It doesn't reference Walnut Hill directly.
Is there anything else in the room besides the battle map?
So there's this war table itself has a very severe presence. It's finely made. Additionally, Ismini, are you coming in to check out this room?
Oh yeah, I'm.
The raven skull pops off, and your raven stands at the entrance, unwilling to enter the room.
Oh. I would request that nobody follow me into this room.
I already went in the room.
Then nobody
You feel
else.
fine.
Nobody else follow me into the room.
I
Are
should
you
clarify.
searching me? Okay, I'll see.
As you were
Women step in
you
to
did
keep
not
the door.
instruct your familiar to do this. Your familiar cannot enter the room.
Right. I'm concerned of anybody else following me in because if there's a reason why a familiar can't come in, I don't want anybody else to get.
You can make an Arcana or a Religion check about this. Yes, Gwynwyn?
Gwynwyn's in the room because she
Yeah.
opened the door.
You opened the door. You went in first. You're feeling fine. It's a creepy room for
Oh
sure.
my
Can I
gosh.
cast detect magic in the room?
Yeah.
Just
Whoa, 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 whoa. You feel there's not a spell cast upon this room that you can detect, but then it becomes familiar to you. An inverse is something you've seen before. Back home, there was a shrine to the Forge Father, to Moradin, a hollowed bit of land. This place here is what is known as desecrated. Now, those things are very similar. Essentially, this is a holy site of some sort of evil god. Though what god, you're not sure at first.
My familiar is a fiend that it can't come in?
Yeah,
Huh. A 14 for my Arcana, by the
summoned
way.
creatures can't enter.
Yeah, 14 for my Arcana.
For your Arcana, you would have basically got the same thing that
Yeah.
this looks like some sort of religious site, though you'd need a religion check to know this.
Right.
Silas, if you decide you want to roll this, you in particular have advantage on this check.
I was gonna ask for that to see if it's a god I recognize, specifically one of the not so happy 9. Flip side, looking at the table, looking at the room. So it look like someone's been here recently. Like there's a level of dust or not.
There are cobwebs in the corner. The table, completely without dust. Everything else looks old. It appears that whatever's going on in this room, the desecration, desecration is essentially evil consecration. That's
Yeah.
just to clarify.
Instead of a holy site. not a
Religion
holy site.
advantage.
Churches consecrated. Opposite
11.
of churches desecrated. Whatever that is.
What was that?
11.
Cool. 11 just barely beats the DC. This is an altar. This war room was used by hobgoblins at some point to continue their rampage throughout the lands of Eltz. This is specifically an altar to the High Chieftain, which is the name of the god of the goblins. Goblinoids, bugbears, hobgoblins, and regular goblins, who is the god. The gods often have what are called courts. They have other gods who serve them, because they're powerful ones. The High Chieftain is the servant of the Black Hand, who is one of the 9. For those of you who may want a little bit of the names, the Black Hand is Bane, and the High Chieftain is Maglubiet. Don't try to spell it. No, I'll spell it for you later.
Great. I'm gonna just put a
Post
little
the spelling
arrow.
ones.
I wrote M and then a space.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Maglubiet.
Closest spelling wins.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually try to spell it.
And then it's just an M and I lose. And a T at the end, hopefully. With nothing else after.
An engine and E.
Nonsense.
I'm terrible.
Maglubier.
Looking at this room, I'm just gonna still standing outside. Silas is gonna start saying a prayer until they all start leaving.
I will let you know, the table itself, while desecrated, is not magical. It is very clear that this table is not, unless it's incredibly powerful magic that's hidden from detect magic, it doesn't appear that this table is reinforced or powerful. It doesn't appear to have any innate power. It is used to worship the High Chieftain, which is to say, plan his conquest.
Are there any battles that Gwynwyn would remember of this area? Anything that sticks out that's I remember reading about this or hearing about something like this happening?
You can make a history check for it.
I'm weirded out.
Yeah, we don't need to be in here.
Well, no, the map is after the tree was cut down, but before Walnut Hill existed. There was something in between. I didn't expect that.
I have a guess.
Do you want to take the map with you?
22.
Ooh.
During the Minchaman conflict,
Oh no.
It always goes back to Minchima.
Oh, that one.
there were a group of hobgoblins in the area. This is great. You roll really high. I just get to exposit a bit, but you would actually know that there was a conflict that was led by, there was a group of knights of Eltz who rode out to protect against an attack from Minchaman forces. However, some hobgoblins intervened and ended up pushing the edge in favor of the Minchaman forces, trying to take advantage of the chaos. The people were saved by Sir Walnut.
Walnut Hill.
With that success, was that a 22?
Mm-hmm.
I can also tell you one other thing. Well, the bards do sing of Walnut. People do discuss his squire who abandoned him at the last moment. His name? Palmshade.
Sorry. little startled.
Just a little history lesson here. It's, hey, there was a battle. They named the hill after him where where unfortunately the knight died protecting Eltz.
Palmshade wouldn't happen to be a halfling, would he?
You know, he might. That's a very halfling name.
It is very, very halfling.
Extremely halfling name.
Yeah.
Halfling name there.
Two nouns mixed together.
Iron teeth.
It's very possible that for some reason Palmshade may have found his way into the cells of hobgoblins, but that information's lost to time.
There isn't any gnomish writing written on the plate, is there?
Gnomish writing?
Yeah.
Can you not read Gnomish?
No. Why do you ask?
Curious.
Connor asks good questions. I don't know what they're all about. But looking, it appears that there is a line of text here. What languages do you speak? Actually, I'll just ask. Anybody speak Celestial?
No.
You can't read it, but there is some writing on this. It also does not detect as magical.
And
It is
there's
just
no
playground.
drawers or anything on the.
No, this is a war room table, so it's a wide table where you could have had people stand around, and you do see there. Now there are some pieces here. There's an old map of the area surrounding Walnut Hill. This is not a map of the whole kingdom, but enough for people to go on a warpath around here. And there are small pieces atop the table of carved wood that would be used for indicating where to move their forces.
Okay, Gwynwyn.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't stepped into the room.
Okay.
Seems evil.
Yeah.
Seems fine to me. It's a little dusty.
It's a wood altar. Just saying.
No, if we burn this, that's a good idea.
I
I was gonna throw a torch on it.
No. We don't burn altars of evil gods.
I didn't say
Anger
anything.
an evil god, like.
Gwynwyn gets me.
Let's not anger an evil god right this second.
See, here's the thing, right? You worship the good, the gods that align with your values and your beliefs. If you go and you desecrate further an altar of a god that you disagree with, their unholy fury will rain down upon you and it will be bad. So I'm not going to be involved. I am not going to be involved in the burning of this altar.
You stare up at the ceiling, yelling into the sky.
I'm like looking every possible.
I don't think you can see moonlight from here, but
It's mostly more of just me looking in every possible direction of which there could be a god. Frantically saying I'm not involved.
It's a lot of directions.
Fire is usually good,
Yes.
and I'm usually all about burning things, but this is a bad idea. I'd really like to not be cursed by a
I'm a
god.
strong believer in the Moon Maiden and what's Bahamut?
I will mention, as a reminder, Lady Moonbow is the exact opposite of the Black Hand. The Black Hand was one of the people at the attack of who attacked Coralon.
Yeah.
What is Bahamut's like?
Lawful.
Lawful.
No. What do people like? People don't say Salune. They say like
The Platinum Dragon.
what?
The Platinum Dragon.
Cool. I'm gonna write that
I
down.
think I would know that for some reason.
Oh, weird. Huh.
I've never played a character that cared about
Shame. I said
Bahamut
the Silver
before.
Dragon. I'm so bad.
You tried to summon him how many times?
You'll never play a Dragonborn, huh?
Four.
Sorry, keep making elves.
So I know, Silas, it seemed like you wanted to get rid of this place.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say a prayer. If there's anything I know that could undesecrate it, I will do it. If not, I
The
think we can
table, you're pretty clear for swear.
Oh.
The table is a consecration and desecration, how we talk about it. Now, there's actually a spell for it, a powerful spell that can do this over a big area. But another way to have this is to have a holy relic. And if you were to destroy such a thing, the room would no longer be the domain of that god.
Wait, you destroy the holy relic?
Yeah,
Like
the
a
table.
good god?
That would work, yes.
I thought you had to leave a holy relic somewhere, or like you had to.
So that will work. So we're talking
There's a
about
spell for consecration.
So yes,
got
there
some
are
stuff
more
about
complicated
that.
things for higher level play. What we're talking about here looks like, no, this war table was used by someone who was devout, maybe who was a cleric, and as such, this place has the consecration of the High Chieftain because of this table. Were the war table to be destroyed, the hobgoblins would have actually be fully defeated.
I'm
Oh.
full for still for
I mean, we did say we were gonna to mark the bulette purely to
All right.
protect Walnut Hill. I'm just saying, that's what you said last
Well, I'll talk
night.
you into it.
Can you lock this door again when we leave?
Yeah.
You didn't
Cool.
break the lock. You succeeded, so the lock's normal.
How about we do that?
Maybe put a keep outside.
Yeah, but I guess I understand what Elle is saying.
Mm-hmm.
We already.
I like both of the arguments going on.
Right, I do too. I'm devil's advocating everything.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, Yosef shoots at a bird.
That's dinner. Oh, sorry, it's not wrong person.
I
Came
think
out.
People,
He's from the
Thorn,
city.
do you want me to burn this table or not?
I don't care. Not very religious.
do you follow
But
any-
personally,
Pulling out a torch.
I prefer not to be in the
Silas is pulling out.
on the bad side of a bad
I'm gonna
god.
pull out a torch. I'm gonna burn it down because I don't want you to throw a torch at it.
I can cast firebolt. I'm just saying, like.
All right,
Okay.
party. What are we doing?
Gwynwyn's
I'm
casting
leaving the room.
firebolt at it.
I will also cast firebolt at it.
I pray.
Yeah, no, I'm praying to like the most lawful good god. I can think
Platinum
of.
Dragon,
Number one of all.
Maiden, Coralon, my aunt,
No,
my
no,
other
no, no,
aunt.
not.
I was just looking at the book.
Praying to my
Oh,
uncle, praying to.
I know, I'm
This
terrified
is
of what he's
good.
doing.
We're on
You know,
the good
last
side of
there
God.
might as well pick
Ingrid,
him up while I'm at it.
Umberly.
The
Think of
first
all
son,
the
the
now
high
if
father,
you're
the high
king.
father,
Yeah,
the
you're
judge.
gonna be like that
Hey.
guy in the Mummy when he pulls out all the fucking like just like
Number one,
necklaces.
2, or 3.
The first one.
What? There's 3.
You brought up 3.
It
Okay.
exists.
Thorn, do you have a god you care about?
Who attacked the altar?
Both of us.
Us.
Enjoy the moon.
An elf,
That's
a half elf, and
Very
a
elven of
dwarf
you.
reached their hands out and ignited this altar.
I'm
As you did,
step in the room.
the altar burns. All the paper, the small miniatures atop, burning away, collapsing in on itself, and naught is left but ash.
Go a little lawful.
There's a
Platinum Dragon's
There-
blessings.
There is a palpable change in the air of this place, where once you were so distracted by this like dead air of the place, now you feel almost like the life of the cavern returning. There's a bit of humidity. You hear the faint rushing of water from underneath, and what was once the domain of these hobgoblins is now just an abandoned cave once more. No drastic changes.
That sounds drastic. though.
He pulled out some fucking like ancient book.
DM pulled out a
Wow,
journal.
this one book
No,
is
that's his
animating.
diary.
It was like this Necronomicon from Army of the Dead.
Yeah, you really came out here and said, this is the scariest thing I own.
It is scary when
I
he
was
pulls up the
playing.
I had to make a note with the 9.
Okay, but that's a good note because we helped out
But
like
he got to
the
make
nice
multiple
gods.
notes. Like he got
I
to hit up a
didn't.
few other. Hey, I never stepped foot in the room. I just happened to stumble on my firebolt with the wrong
It's literally
way.
just a column and then you just put a towel.
You did, as someone mentioned in chat, you did actually ruin someone's wargaming table.
Yeah, you did.
There's the little space
My
marines
40K
begin to
army.
melt,
No.
but as you all,
Is that a space marine?
It's just a game of risk when
Actually a
someone
great
stopped
night.
halfway
It's
through.
a Necron.
We don't burn this table, though.
no. This table is also consecrated, but we don't talk about to who.
Luckily, none of us can IRL cast firebolt.
That's
I
just
mean-
called axe
Well,
body.
actually,
I was
Axe body spray and a lighter.
Right?
Fire
All right,
Jake.
relax. Pulling us back in as you close the door, locking it behind you. This place is a bit calm. You've explored most of this. You know pretty much everything that's in here, but is there anything else you're wanting to do?
Skin the bullet.
So, it takes an hour for you to make tools.
Yep.
Can you make a pickaxe? I know that's super hard to ask.
No, I make art. I make
Ah.
tools specifically.
You make-
Artisan tools.
Mostly delicate artesian tools.
Yeah.
Looking around, other than my hammers or anything I can break a hole into a floor with.
Yeah. You could just use your hammer, but
Yeah.
looking around upstairs, there were some in the kitchen. There are some tools there to go along with that. They took a bunch of tools and silver and cutlery, pots and pans.
Yeah.
Go ahead. As you're looking around there, you do notice some of these things are made out of different materials, but it is a few 100 pounds worth of stuff. So it would take a while to know for sure if anything was valuable in here. But eventually, you do find there's a pickaxe in here.
I'm gonna get to work. I
You've bbeen working on the base.
2 different songs, same effect. Hi ho, hi ho.
Do you whistle with the trunk? Because I don't like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna know.
But you're going to break a hole in the ceiling so that you're going to use a rope and pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to take some tough strength. It's going to take a little bit of time.
Oh, I'll take my time.
But you've got time. There's not really a case of failure. So as you're going through here, breaking a bit of the floor here, at one point you were a bit surprised as you hear. Ah!
They're still here?
No.
Bowls?
Yes.
Where'd you...
Bowles is here.
How long have you been here?
No, I just got here. I heard the banging from outside, and I thought that maybe you were going to be fighting the monster.
We already killed it.
We got rid of the monster.
Oh, what were its last words?
Oh, Eltz took here. We got rid of
It
the
was gargle, gargle,
Rawr.
air, release, and death.
Those are my father's last words, too.
You know what? I feel you on that.
Hi-ho! Silas, mortified, continues working, opening up the floor. You'll have to do the same upstairs. But upstairs, actually, it's just it's a wooden floor, so you're able to just take some hammers, take some time, and remove things out. It's going to take you, I'll tell you this. It's going to take you a couple hours. You okay with that?
Yeah, no, eat my dead.
It takes you about 3, almost 4 hours to extract this bulette and bring it out into the cave where you're able to simply drag it. It takes 2 people to drag this.
With the fact that Bowles has shown up, Gwynwyn, do you have your wineskin of infinite deliciousness?
Yes, I have wine.
I would like to...
I'd like to clarify, it's not a wineskin.
It's beer.
It's an alchemy jug.
It's just a
that-
Boda box.
It is a sealable jug that she can open and release an absurd amount of liquid.
I am going to fountain Bowles every once in a while. Just, we'll see how long it takes.
At what point do we worry about alcohol poisoning?
With Bowles?
Whatever.
Usually
He's
just
so very
consciousness
small.
before That happens.
Sir Bowles act.
You're discussing alcohol poisoning.
Look,
but
his body is
they're
bigger.
force feeding wine to bowls.
We're not force feeding. He showed up.
No, he's an
Except not
alcoholic.
force.
Okay, but
Found him?
No, I was napping in the farmhouse.
Did he fall through the ceiling or something?
No, he just showed up.
Wow. No,
you bust a hole in the ceiling and he just
Remind
falls
me to
out.
fix that hole.
it takes a little while, but you are able to. And if you'd like to, you can. That's going to take a lot longer. That's going to take a couple days of work to really.
We're not
patch.
fixing the hole,
We're not
Silas.
fixing
To patch up. You want to do a full. You want to do it like a house swap, or
Holes accidentally
Pimp my cave.
occur in
Okay,
ceilings.
I need an honest answer. Is Bowles gonna fall through this and die, and will I blame myself for the rest of Silas's existence?
Bowles is nimble.
Will
Bowles
Bowles
fall.
die?
No.
Bull's got good deck saves. He'll be fine.
Bowles isn't started having fun yet.
Do you want us to put like a sign for the hole, or do you...
Just put a table over it.
Bowles is adult. Bowles may be small. Bowles
It's not that
knows
you're
not
small;
to
it's
fall.
that you're drunk.
You're drunk.
I could be.
Bowles rests his case.
Would you like the fountain?
Yes.
Fountain.
Just be
Sorry, I
pouring-
zoned out for a full 5 minutes.
full keg stand with the alchemy jug, enjoying the wine. But you are able to. It takes a little bit of time for you to. It takes 2 people, but you're going really slow, like 5 feet around, 5 to 7 feet around. But if you using several things of rope taken from the cart, you are able to, with 3 or 4 of you, pull this at a reasonable pace behind you as you drag this out. It is hundreds of pounds of creature.
Do they have like a livery or something in town that would be able to skin these things?
What's a livery?
While there isn't a smith, there is a local tanner who'd be able to help. Track them by the nose.
That's what a
Hopper's
livery
back.
is.
That we can go. I'm kidding.
Connor knows words we don't.
Chicken, I'm guessing at how you skin something.
But it takes taking a little bit of time. So you want to take that over to find the local tanner?
Sure.
I think that's a good idea. We don't have to do the work.
That's
Is
fair.
his name Tanner?
We do have to pay for it though.
It's actually
How much
tan
money did
tanner.
you get off the
It's
dead
what
guy?
we get returned to.
Fair.
Oh.
Fair. I have some money left.
I mean, he was a turncoat, so.
It takes a bit of
Yeah,
effort.
was he kidnapped?
Because going back to get the cart,
knows?
you have to unload the cart. This would be this. If you put this in the cart, the cart would be over capacity.
Yeah.
But taking this over to the tanner, you do see. Well, you smell it before you see it. The local tanner, it's a rough smell, and it's not the smell of meat; it's not the smell of flesh.
Yeah.
It is all of these different
Heights?
chemicals and materials that are applied actually to allow this process to work. It's awful. It's an actual option would be this is outside of where the village is. You're able to ask people get this there. You do see there is a single dwarven man. He has this dark skin, a real big nose, and you can see that his hands are almost dyed patchy colors where he's with all of the different stuff he's worked with. And there is he's actually at the moment working on this large rack or some sort of maybe deer, maybe like a large deer, and he's drawing it out. You see he's raking over some sort of instrument, almost like he's brushing it at the moment.
In Dwarven, Gwynwyn's gonna call out, "Hey, we have a new challenge for you. We'd like to pay you to look at."
Forge Father's blessings.
Natural steel, I'll say in Dwarven.
Aye.
When they do that.
Used to do that.
At this point, Silas is kind of dragged,
It was
like, pulls
more fun
over.
if it was us.
Ah. You brought a shark for me.
Yes, we did.
All right, all right. Well, it's going to take a bit of effort. You've got coin?
Yes, we do.
Mini?
How quickly do you need it done?
How quickly can you do it?
Do it well.
You get me waddling a bit too quickly around here, it's going to cost you extra.
That's fine.
I gesture to the jug again.
How about we offer some of the metal from the creature?
Thinks for a moment.
We obviously don't need all of it.
Its guts make good casings.
Sausage casings?
Aye. You need its meat?
I don't think we do.
Just some skin and metal.
All right.
So this dwarf, Malagarn, takes a moment, thinking a little bit, walks over, picks up the rack that he was working on before. The rack is this sort of, there's a wooden frame, wooden square, with the hide itself has been pierced along the edges, tied with a rope, and is being stretched outwards as he's been applying these chemicals. Takes this rack and goes and sets it on the side. You see a few dozen of these at various stages, different colors. Some of them you see like spots where there was maybe it was a cowhide at one point. And all right, begins pulling out a metal rack for this. This would be for the hide itself. The actual extraction of the plate itself will come off as one piece. Like I said, that one's easy to get with, but removing it without damaging the rest of the hide is quite difficult. He's willing to do so, but he is going to charge you a reasonable fee. Getting this done, pushing in on this. I'd like either both of you may roll or one of you may help the other to make me a quick persuasion check.
Help me out?
Well,
I'll
let's
help
do
you out
that.
with that.
Can Silas offer to help the dwarf itself with this actual project? Not
So
charging. Not
So
charging.
handy.
Giving him a hand would make him be able to do this faster. He's not going to take much off the fee, but
I'm not looking to
Aye.
take off the fee. I'm trying to speed it
But you
up.
better keep up.
Oh, I can keep up.
Keep your head low. I don't want you breaking my shade.
No problem.
He's very handy.
persuasion check?
16.
16. Not great, not ideal. So looking at this, all told, he's gonna. No, no. It's not exceptional. It's not. It's not a huge.
I'm sorry, it's not a 30.
No, that's
I apologize. You're right.
10 is a 16.
But he takes a moment. 14 gold pieces is where he comes to on this. It's a lot of work. This is a big thing.
Let me do my
He's
math.
quite skilled.
I have exactly
And
14. He has
I will tell you this. You can tell very quickly he's charging more than he needs to, but he also knows you're holding possibly thousands of gold worth of material that can come off of this.
I have exactly 14. He has it all.
While they're at the negotiation,
Depending on what you, sorry, that's assuming you crafted it into something it could be worth that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I negotiated this. I'll pay for it. We'll worry about splitting up the charges.
Right.
Yeah.
How's that
We can do
sound?
the math.
The
later.
minutia is a little boring.
I want to also offer him a bit of extra business. Do you have like canvas, like painter's canvas, like to stretch upon a?
Aye.
Can I take some off your hands? Do you have extra?
How large should he? How large? So he kind of goes through, starts showing you what some of the materials he has there. He has different forms of large, not necessarily
More
cloth, but
like
different materials.
Portraiture.
You want to actually canvas for painting?
Yeah.
So that's not something he doesn't really have that here.
Yeah.
This guy works with the local hunter who's getting food for everyone in town and is using it to make
Just
that
to not
there.
stimulate the local economy and do myself.
If you're looking for now, he could give you some stretched. So there's some lower quality hide that he can stretch real thin. You could use for something like that. It's not going to be perfectly squared. It's going to just be sort of this strange blob.
Supporting local businesses. Thank you for your help.
Okay, he can give you like these reasonable pieces, something a couple feet wide. You could cut it later, and he's willing to do that for. It's going to be 1 silver a piece. He's got 3 of them available to you. These are low quality scraps essentially to him that he's able to just kind of pass along to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll give you 20 gold. Do you have any carving tools that I could buy off of you?
For explain to me what you were looking for.
Bone carving.
Huh?
Bone carving.
Okay. Yeah. You're looking for it just would be a carving knife.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's kind of looking at that, smiles, gets that big, heavily scarred paw in your hand, shakes it with you.
All right.
First he takes it.
Well, leave your tall friend and piss off for a while.
Sounds good.
You owe me some time later. I say, pointing to Silas.
I owe everyone time.
We have an herbalist on the other side of town.
I don't need your time. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I already took the
What
time.
if I
We're
want to
good.
give you my time?
It took me like a full 3 seconds. I was
I
like,
didn't even hear it.
what?
It wasn't that good of a joke,
I was
but I'm
searching
sorry.
for like I was searching for a illicit. joke in
Malagarn
there.
gets kind of a kick of, kind of chuckles to himself as he continues working. You're Dwarven? You speak Dwarven?
Nope.
You don't speak Dwarven. Not if. No, okay.
Became a
But you do
I
get
know
parts of
some
it. You get
parts.
part phrases, and he gets real annoyed at you and points and starts yelling at you in Dwarven and says, "Come over here. Hold this." There's really slow comment going on in there.
You've had 50 years.
They spoke
You're
common.
50?
They were nice. I also didn't speak Dwarven or Common when I first got there. So
They're both over 50.
yeah, we're 61, 60, 59.
Would you
respectively.
consider translating so that maybe we don't have to spend like a week here because Silas doesn't.
Now, you're able to get this done by the end of the day.
Yeah.
As the work itself, because you didn't want to take the basically your goal was to get the upper and lower hides and the toes, correct?
Yes.
No one talked about bones at any point, so I'm assuming he's taking that as part of this to reduce
Yeah.
payment.
Bones and meat.
Yeah, we just took the claws.
The claws, the lower hide, which is the craggy brown, and the metal on the top.
I don't know what we're gonna do with the claws yet because I didn't pay attention in bloodsmithing class.
We're gonna make a
That
evil
was
boomerang.
truly in character.
I want a boomerang.
Boomerang.
Okay.
Learn some Dwarven. Ask him for a carving knife.
Okay. There are a total of 10 intact toes at the end of it. Not terrible. There are some bone fragments, but honestly, he kind of is letting you know, it's like, you're going to ground these into a powder to use them for something. They're not particularly worth anything. And he offers just like, I can just dispose of these if you don't want them. The extra 2. Cool. So it's 10 toes. It is 1 intact bulette plate. And I've got some numbers here for later. It is also the hide of a bulette. That hide, however, is in 2 pieces. We'll worry about that later. Everyone's writing.
Yeah.
That was studious.
I
Look,
know
It's
better.
only like we played Dungeons and
No,
Dragons for
this
literally
is-
years together.
I've been waiting all
There
my
was a
life.
good year and a half where we were just like, Victoria.
I managed
I've been
the
The
waiting
inventory.
literally all my life to do a merchant campaign. This is it. This
You
is
have
our
a-
merchant campaign.
I've already
For-
divided out the
Until,
wells.
I was
until you get some
worse.
cool name, you're just the
That was-
Kappleberry Caravan.
We
Next
will
time
always
I
be the
call
merchants.
picking.
The what gang?
Yeah.
You were hired for that reason.
Yeah.
You sold your soul.
Whoa.
Whoa, you're a warlock
You're
now?
a warlock.
Oswald was his
Wait,
patron.
same joke.
All right.
Wait, I have a quick, totally right. Are you a half drow or a full drow?
That's kind of a
Personal.
personal question.
Oh my god.
Okay, I will say it's very clear looking at these hat.
Yeah. I literally was. I thought that I misheard earlier, and I was like, I've been thinking he was a half drow this whole time. Cool.
Very much. That's why I'm not like this in the sun.
I meant I was asking you, like, do I
Makes
know?
sense.
It's also why people have been more okay with them.
Yeah.
There's a huge. There are people who really won't like you, but if you were just a drow, almost everyone would be that way.
Yeah.
Tell.
Welcome to playing a drow.
I'm enjoying it.
All right, it takes a good chunk of the day, but most of you get some rest during the day. You're not doing much work.
I finished.
If you don't have anything, I'm curious. What is the plan now? Are we leaving Walnut Hill?
Yeah, we've left the 10 gold
For the
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We left a lot of money.
Okay, Yosef, and stop
the hell out
ruining the
here.
local economy.
Yeah, we've done some bizarre things here.
Ismini, I finished Dusk. Do you want to borrow it now?
No.
But you read the other one. You said you wanted to read it after me.
Picks up. I'll read it.
It's an autographed copy, so be very careful.
I will be very careful. I love
Cool. Don't acid splash it.
Of course not. No
There
fire
are
or acid
actually
near
there are
book.
annotations in some of the later chapters that were added. It's incredible.
As I said,
But,
know
like,
thine
those
enemy.
margins.
Study your enemy so you can better fight them. I've read enough.
Your enemy is new adult fiction?
poorly written
Yes.
fiction.
Teenagers.
Yes.
Poorly written is in a bestseller.
You know what?
It's not.
Last
Teenagers.
time you met teenagers, I guess that book didn't help you, did it?
Aren't you barely not a teenager? Mr. 20 years old?
Isn't he older
I'm
than
sorry.
you?
Aren't
No.
you like 22?
I'm 23!
I thought you were 19.
Oh, 3 years my senior. You got so much more
Yeah, you
experience.
better start using some respect, Thorn.
7, 28,
Okay.
29. I don't remember my own
Reasonable
age.
adult.
Wait, stop.
Okay, Miss 50.
In like time lifespan, you're the oldest of the group.
She's a human.
In terms of percentage of life lived based off of life expectancy, I am the oldest of the group.
It
Yes.
shows.
So just to clarify, as you are, if you're preparing to leave or whatever you're doing, when Silas
We're
returns,
bickering and going
he
to
has the metal plate. The metal plate is about a 6-foot long piece of metal curved near the front where the head would be. He's able to hold over one shoulder, and then this sort of barrel. The barrel itself has a brined solution, and the hide for the material is inside of it. So it's all of the two pieces of undercarriage material from the bulette are inside of a barrel at the moment. It's not super heavy. The barrel's heavier than the barrel and the water the liquid inside are way heavier than the actual leather. But it takes days to do this. But it's prepared. It doesn't need to be stretched.
Are the horses okay with the amount of weight we've added, or should we
I'm getting
perhaps...
part of it, I thought.
So, right now, the caravan's fine. You're only adding less than 100 pounds, or like less than 150
Gotta
pounds.
be careful of the wheel.
Right, I want to make sure that the horses are okay.
And the axle, because
Yes.
the
So
axle.
each horse can carry quite a bit of weight.
We should.
I thought we dealt with that.
Yeah,
did
we
deal
should
with
fix
that.
We
that.
fixed it.
You had multiple
with-
days of downtime. I
How
thought
much-
win-win was going to be.
How much
worth
would it cost? I'll spend my gold from the split I'm doing
Oh
later.
no! If anyone's touching the card, it's my gold. Sorry.
Aren't
Okay.
you out of gold?
Gwynwyn would
I
have
have
already
14 gold.
fixed.
Also,
that, guys.
plus everything we got today.
Gwynwyn did work on this.
Yeah.
9.
Oh, yeah.
Plus
Well,
9
fix
for everybody.
You don't have spare parts, but like that's gonna be that's expensive.
Plus
to
10
get
for
spare
you because you're
parts for a
managing
nice
the
wagon
carts.
like this.
Yeah.
Like platinum?
Like
You're
not
in a
available on
tiny
this
village.
card.
There isn't someone here for that.
That's fair. We'll fix it in Eltz. Isn't there?
No,
Like-
cart management now.
No, like there's not piece.
We don't have
I
the
fixed
piece.
it as well as I
oh,
could.
never mind, never
We'll
mind.
get the parts in Eltz. Welts.
I don't know how to fix a wagon.
Plus 9 gold.
I know how to
Plus
fix
9
it.
gold.
I just need
plus
the
9 gold.
parts.
Sure. Friends.
When you fix it, maybe show me a bit.
Sure.
All right.
I'll get you some proficiencies.
I'm gonna give you all your loot later, but for now, I'm giving Silas plus 1 extra gold for cart management.
And I'm supposed to drive it.
Yes.
Are you
can,
competent at driving carts?
I mean, I've ridden a horse plenty of times.
I'll help
Not my own horse, but
you. I'll help you.
yeah, this is like he's just some poor guy who was a bandit.
Right. I may or may not be better at driving carts after my 1 day of experience
I was
that
about to say-
one time.
For the first like 2 or 3 days of him driving, can I just tell him the little things that Oswald did, like the things I picked up on watching Oswald drive? See if I can't help him along the way.
He's a -2, by the way, to that check.
Why the flippity
He's
9
a
god?
hireling who can watch the cart, carry things for you.
Never mind. Can I drive the cart and we pay him less?
We'll pay him the same amount. It's fine. It's fine.
He's got his
just got
crossbow out.
demoted.
We're just
he's
gonna
keeping an
ask
eye out.
him if he would be interested in taking a course that we will help fund once we get to Eltz to get a proficiency
it's-
in vehicles.
There's no better investment than your own education.
Tell you what,
Exactly.
Silas.
I've been working on some brewing recipes. You want to help me out with that?
I would love to get wasted
Let's
with you.
do that.
Silas,
Never mind.
I need your help. So
On the road?
I need you to paint something.
I'm pretty much just telling him what to do.
So
and
it's
I'm
something you're gonna work on probably at night.
my carving.
Okay.
Is it?
Nice.
Is it?
All right. As you all continue, you heading out. No, you're heading out a little bit in the, early evening. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just make some extra time, and if because if someone's gonna rest, they can actually you can go a little bit further before having to rest for the night. You didn't do too much today. You only fought a giant monster.
Good would like to sleep in the cart because she went down.
You're not gonna be able to. You can't run this 24 hours a day. You don't have. You need multiple wagons and multiple people to do that sort of rotation.
How about we go till sundown and then we'll camp and then.
Yeah, you can camp a little bit eastward from where you currently
How
are.
about we do that? Does that sound good?
We'll
Put
move
some
for a little
space
while.
between you and Orwin.
Yeah.
Because Silas
Words
can't.
are,
Because Silas.
Close the distance. Oh wait.
I'm guessing we're not gonna see any signs of the person we're technically pursuing.
Do we see anything like the last
like a
time?
weird bent thing that we're gonna ignore.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly not where you are. Do you see anything at the moment? Are we about to go to travel again, guys?
Travel.
I have a downtime or
Yes,
a nighttime.
Victoria.
I've been planning for this.
Oh God.
So every night, whenever we camp, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that we have a fire, and the second thing I'm going to do is make sure that the rug that we collected from that cave is laid out so that whoever is on watch has a comfortable place to rest while they're on watch. And then I'm gonna set up some alarms around the camp as well, so the person on watch has some backup from alarm. It's going to be an audible alarm, not inside of my own
Yes,
brain, but
you're
for
making actual
everybody
ringing
else,
bells.
so that everybody wakes up. The person on watch doesn't have to worry about it. I've been thinking about this. It's so cute. I can't handle it.
I will
Thank
say,
you.
all that work you're talking about multiple alarms. You're talking about adding about an hour of work for you in the
I'm
evening.
adding
I mean, we can take the fire off.
She's
your
the last
10
one to
minutes
wake
per
up.
cast of alarm.
10 minutes per cast of alarm. I'm casting 6 alarms an hour.
Gwynwyn can help because Gwynwyn can also ritual cast alarm.
You made me so happy.
30 minutes
minutes
each.
each.
30 minutes each.
Nice.
I'll take the
cook food.
fire. I'll make a fire.
But-
I'll
Gwynwyn should
cook,
not cook
I'll
there
cook
for
dinner.
I did it.
I contributed.
You helped me cook.
An I helped sticker.
You
Yeah.
helped me cook.
Oh, I did pack some.
All right.
I left it at home.
I'll get some
Never mind.
firewood, boss.
And then
Yeah.
the next thing I want to talk
Pulls out a
about.
small hatchet. Just goes to go get. Oh, you gave me back my tools.
Okay.
Fresh meat every couple days will need to be handled
Yeah.
as well.
I will remind you, you're not actually very far from Galavan, which is going to be the next big step on your journey,
Right.
unless you're changing paths.
Oh, this is establishment of travel rules.
Hey, I'm okay.
It's a
You can have
routine.
door and travel
I have,
procedures.
Like, door procedures.
I also want to have tavern procedures and eventual hole in the ground we've dug procedures.
We'll get to that thing, I think, a little later.
You know I will.
I always seem to try to find my way behind the bar at any tavern.
Yeah.
Heading
You
out.
grew up in a tavern.
Getting to
Walnut
Sunset,
Hill.
because you travel about 3 to 5. You travel about 5 hours out of town.
Yep.
Not terribly hard.
Nope.
And that evening, you're able to actually get a bit of rest. The storms have, of the previous chunk of time seem to have passed by now, and you're getting a nice clear evening. Countless stars above you. But at this point, there's a very solidly almost half moon. So you're in you went from a waning gibbous to a half moon but you're not currently at the apex for your deity, but the world is calm on this evening. As you continue in the following morning with those alarms unrung for that first night.
Now both of us. That's so exciting.
Oh my god.
I have an activity I would like to start Silas on at night. Like just like a couple 30 minutes from your time at night painting.
Okay. Is there something in particular?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, Silas, can you come over here?
This is during your shared watch, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Or like we're sitting on a log.
Sitting on a rug.
Yeah.
I
I got this
rotate.
one.
Yeah. You just have to rotate. Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the gift. I got some canvases for you to paint on. Yeah, I'll do it back to you.
You're dreadful.
Cow leather?
I will get.
Cow.
Listen, okay?
Do you know what it does to paint?
They don't have an art supply shop. I will buy you better canvases, but I need a favor, like a friend favor.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, no, I didn't mean to critique this. This is beautiful.
You have friends.
I mean, if you have a better canvas, I would gladly pay you for your work and your time. There's a person I'm looking for, and it sure is easier to have a picture of a person than it is to have just a brief memory of some of them. Could you paint a picture from my description?
Yeah, I could do that. Just to check first.
You would know it would be easier to start with sketches and then move on.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's fine.
We could start with whatever is best. I will pay you for your time as a painter.
No, that's fine. I just want to check. Do you know how much to pay a painter a day?
Look, man.
I'm asleep.
Okay, let me lay it down. I'll give you, 3 platinum total for the project, and you don't tell his meaning.
A silver a day, and don't
Or Gwendolyn.
worry about it.
Or Thorn.
I want to clarify some monetary things real quick. Jake, are you intentionally giving a very low value?
Yes.
Okay.
She is a special girl. 2 silver a day. When she said platinum, I broke my no.
If you're sure.
Yeah, no, I can't take advantage of you. You're adorable. That was me being mean. No. A silver a day.
You're a sweet boy.
Are they gonna take watches together now?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's going to be a project. I will be really grateful for you. If you ever find your way to Jubilee, we will also reward you handsomely.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna pull out the ledger for the cart and ask. The only payment I really need is you to help me with this. I'm totally gonna try and teach her common money.
Oh my gosh.
It's 2 people tutoring you now.
Tutoring you and just how much do basic supplies cost?
No, she is now our accountant. She is our accountant.
I run you that.
You're learning.
And first we're gonna learn what does bread cost? What does beer cost?
This is not a campaign. This is teaching Elle how to human.
How do I handle the poor?
Merchant and basic human.
No,
Usually Gwendolyn will start being like, hey, do you know what a potion costs?
It's very different.
A lot.
I'm gonna be like, here's a bunch of platinum, just do what you want.
He drank hundreds of gold the other day.
That's amazing.
How?
But
The
Healing
healing
potion.
potion.
But you can help.
Yeah,
I
would have died if I didn't do that.
I
Yep.
saw your work with the Wyrmling, and I know that you're good.
Yeah. Wait.
That's what I need.
It was really
It'd be
good.
perfect. It was perfect. It was just like real life, and that's what I need.
Well, we'll start small and every night make a new sketch until the picture is what you want it to be, and we'll move on from there.
Okay. And then we'll hunt the man down and we'll kill him.
I just ask for a bit of honesty. Don't tell us meanie. You don't have to tell me why, but at least give me a good reason. As best you can.
You won't tell anyone?
Is this man Jared?
Oh my god.
No,
Silas
it's
has a
You
giant,
Hey, you won't
pinky.
tell anyone?
You have to grab the
Jake,
whole pinky.
come on, Jake.
It's too far away.
Clola,
Okay.
I'm gonna need to know if do I need to kick everyone else out?
Right.
Is it time?
It's time. Oh my guys, I'm sorry.
Wait, y'all can't watch the stream tomorrow
No,
then?
yeah.
I'm good. I won't do it.
Y'all
It's
are good
important-
enough players not to
Like
matter.
Right.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
Connor!
They couldn't see. Connor did this off camera.
He was like,
All right.
wow, the room got a lot emptier.
As the fire crackles, you're sitting here on watch. You have the
Alex is doing this for reference.
fire crackling,
Do you want to sit there?
the bit of practice sketching here. Elle, would you like to explain?
This is a secret.
Pinky promise?
My mothers are extremely powerful adventurers. They were members of the original Guardians of the Silver Dawn. Yeah. They saved this continent.
It's a little toot from my horn.
Yeah. And someone came to our manor and nearly killed one of them.
And you want to find him?
Both. Just to clarify.
Nearly killed both of them, really. There's some other unexplained phenomena on top of this. Ismini knows a lot, but she doesn't necessarily know everything. And they technically don't know where I am. We don't have secrets. At all. I never had to ask a question and been told no in my entire life. And they wouldn't tell me who this person is or what's going on.
You said that they almost killed both of your moms, correct?
They are among the most powerful people I've ever seen or heard of. Ever.
Without much thought, is this answer worth your life?
Absolutely.
Then I won't question more.
You're a good person, Silas.
I just try to be a good friend.
Okay. You take some time and begin the process of sketching this man. There are a few things that you're certain of, but you're confident as you're going through with these sketches, it's going to take some time. And it's really fun that you suggested this. I have a mechanic for this.
I knew you did.
Yeah.
I'm
step.
sorry, I had a strong guess that Matthew would think.
Be
I know
prepared.
what Lola
don't
plays.
need it. There's no horn tooting. Get out of here.
You're prepared. That's the word.
All right.
No, that's my job. Thank you very much.
Jake, would you make me this is going to use your painter supplies check. Now, I know it's sketching. I'm including all of that. It's more of an art kit for that. I will allow you to use one of two stats for this. Because it's not so much it's not dexterity on this. It's not how good of a painter you are. It's one of two things. It is going to be wisdom from you extrapolating from right here, what's going on here with what she's explaining. Wisdom as you would kind of try to read off of her intent, how she feels about these parts, and get a better representation. The other is charisma. It's just you using your raw empathy on this.
Wisdom and painter supply, I add wisdom mod and proficiency, right?
Yes.
I should have saved that inspiration. It is an 8 total.
An 8 total. Okay.
First try.
Well, there's not progress here necessarily made. You can tell that whatever's going on as you're talking about this, Elle doesn't have a clear vision of what this person looks like. But it's similar to how people say, I don't know what art is, but I know it when I see it.
Mm-hmm.
When you've working with this, she's going to keep describing, you're going to keep throwing things at the wall to see what sticks. Maybe someday you're going to be able to click who this person is. May I invite the rest of the party back in?
A quick question before they come back in.
Please, yes, if you need any clarifying.
The dreams have stopped since acquiring Emikir, right?
The dreams have stopped since you've held that small red flower from before, Emikir.
Do you want to borrow this tonight?
The flower? Yeah, only if I get to sketch it too.
It glows
Sure.
slightly. It's very clearly something magic. It's
gift
a glowing
from-
fiery flower.
Who I'm thinking is more important than I thought at the time. Should pay more attention And balls.
Not the goblin.
we left behind?
No. No. Honestly, that was more fun. Like, usually I just have to count on Thalen, like, doing something insane. So.
Yeah.
Or this.
Just sure.
We'll say we lost a bet during our watch and we have to continue.
Is the flower part going to be a secret as well? Just out of curiosity?
No, I'm going to lend it to him gladly. I've lent it to Gwynwyn.
Come on back, y'all.
It's in my moment here.
That might need coaxing.
The
Voices are
A
coming
little bit
closer.
later, you are relieved of your watch, which the next person is able to be handed over.
Take it.
Now with your with this small flower, you have an exceptionally calm and pleasant dream. It's just a relaxing meadow that you've been able to nap in, and behind you, you hear the familiar sounds of your somewhat adoptive mother, the woman who was in your the kind of a parental role for you. You hear her chatting while working off in the distance, but you're just relaxing here in a meadow near home in Anton's Rest.
If we're going for nostalgia, she's definitely yelling at Gwenny.
Yeah, she's yelling, and you're still at peace.
Oh, no,
You're not in
so
trouble.
Comfortable. I just don't remember these moments.
I'll go on watch with whoever wants to go with me, and that can include Yosef.
I'll
Yes.
practice my carving on watch. Yeah.
Great,
Well,
yeah.
if there's nothing specific RP-wise, we can actually move over to the next morning if that's all right.
Oh,
Thank you guys for understanding.
if I'm hanging out with specifically Laurentius here, I'm going to.
So formal.
I'm going to. Yes. I'm going to very like shortly touch the topic of like knowledge of spells. Just like, like I really studied to very briefly, like I really studied to understand these things, and I've really fought to get them.
I'm
And
trying very hard to follow the topic as well.
okay,
Nodding a lot.
Yeah,
But there's not a lot going on.
I'm not digging.
Elevator music.
I'm not digging. I'm just
Monkey.
yeah.
Are you being subtle about the fact that you're not an educated caster?
I'm kind of picking that up already. I don't know how fully I am because I would assume that there's some knowledge of people who don't have to study as much to understand
jerks.
magic. Yeah, jerks. Jerks who don't have to go to school for
Natural
magic.
talent. Now,
Yeah.
there are sorcerers at many magical schools. There are intelligent sorcerers.
And I think we've discussed as well familial sorcerers.
We don't
Are.
attack intelligence so much. Just,
Right. And I think that I just basically spend the entire time of our watch just chatting about, like, yeah, some people don't have to study, some people do, and, like, not digging, but approaching the
So
topic.
does this meeting use a spellcasting focus, or is it a component pouch?
I've got a wand and a book and a component pouch because I'm very superstitious and some spells
Okay.
need some extra love.
So like going off of that, I'd be like, yeah, like that's why I got the carving knife. I'm trying to make myself something to kind of direct my spells a little better. I think
Yeah.
waving my hands is getting kind of boring.
If you want help, I've studied a bunch of different kinds of things. I've got lots of mushrooms in my pouch. We may be able to incorporate those. We could dry them.
Are you getting
Yosef
high?
mumbles in his sleep.
Do we need to eat them?
That's some sort
What
of
are we doing with the mushrooms?
Smoke
No,
them.
we don't need to eat or smoke the mushrooms. All we need to do is just maybe dry them and include them as part of the ritual of preparing whatever your spellcasting focus is going to be.
Right.
Because from the
'Cause
earth,
there's a ritual.
right, because from the ground,
Yeah.
from the dirt of the earth comes our ability to consume the magic of the weave. We are of this material plane.
Take 1 point of psychic damage.
Your eyes are
Starts
crossed.
bleeding.
Give that your ear a little bit.
Again, I'm very
Slow twitch.
I'm very much like we are not part of the weave, and so as we access it, we need to find ways of connecting ourselves to it. And so we've got to reach out and
Make
I
it
feel like it's like when you
Yeah, I'm
smoke
being
weed
weird.
with somebody, and they go down this rabbit hole and you're like, I'm not that high.
make a spellcasting ability check. So it's a charisma check for you.
Oh man, a charisma check?
Yeah.
13.
13? Nothing's really clicking. You don't feel anything new evoked from this. But maybe it's interesting, maybe it's not.
I definitely find it interesting. I'm just like,
not with me yet.
I'm like,
Don't worry.
You've opened up the horizon, but I'm looking at it through like this much. That's how much I'm digesting.
Satellites are cool, but the math in getting them there just has no interest.
Right.
Yeah, no,
You're gonna carry a twinkle in your eye for like several days after this.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm already prepping to like prepare whatever shape of focus you want. I'm ready to help.
It's a fire hose of information.
Great.
I'm trying to
That's what I wanted.
consume it.
We're good now.
Okay. As we continue along the path, the following morning, the caravan moving with, of course, our dear Ismini at the reins. You can have one person sitting next to Ismini and one person in the cart.
I go next to Ismini.
Okay. Is Yosef gonna be? Yosef is working, so I'm assuming he's walking with Silas.
Yeah.
And so,
Take a nap.
Yep. You get to rest.
are you guys gonna swap
treat
off?
yourself? Self-care.
Swap
Very
off.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two of you swapping off. You know what? Silas, this is your caravan.
Yeah.
You are CEO of Kappleberry Incorporated.
Tell me when you want stuff added to the literal sheet of the wagon.
No, there needs to be like.
I call VP Vops.
I'm gonna make a roll on that.
So, I actually need.
Holy fuck, you're CEO.
I'm COO.
Oh gosh.
It was odds evens,
I
so.
need you to do me a favor and roll me a d20. This is an encounter check.
Oh. Ooh. 19?
Excellent. This is very exciting. Oh,
No.
Good.
Exciting is scary.
Sometimes encounter checks you.
you all know you're only you might even be as short as 2 days away at this point
That's so close.
from the outside of the bulwark, from Galavon, right outside of the capital itself. And the bulwark is is a forest that protects the city.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take you too long to travel through, assuming you continue along the road. You eventually come to a fork in the road. This one unambiguous, clear signage. Actually posted out. There is a small structure that has been built here for travelers to stop by. If you take a moment to look through, there's no one currently attending here, though there are some signs basically saying to damage this property is an assault upon the crown, and you will be hunted down and punished with the fullest extent of the law. But there's a small lodge here for travelers, for people passing through. These two roads you've been traveling on, fine roads, admittedly, merge into a much wider road, probably 30 feet wide, that continues into the horizon eastward. The fork where where you weren't coming from is coming from the south, from the direction of the sea. You're not close enough to see the sea or anything, but it's coming from the coastal regions, probably over closer towards. It'll be further west, southwest of where you are.
Beach trip episode.
Yes, if you want to do a beach episode, you just go that way.
We'll keep that in mind for later.
Silas
like
in a
spring break,
swimsuit.
right?
It's canon.
Well,
You.
well, as you turn and continue along
There's
the road,
fan art.
More Silas fan.
no clipping.
Clip it.
As you continue along the way, I'm very excited for this night to go. Things are going well. Silas, you kind of keep your head on a swivel as you're patrolling, right?
Yeah.
Kind of marching in front.
Eyes this way.
Despite the fact that
that
horses are really fast, they don't travel at fast speed. You're hauling hundreds of pounds. You're traveling at a walking pace, roughly about 15 miles a day. 15, 20 sometimes if you're pushing hard, less if it gets rainy or you're going through difficult terrain. And as you're pushing through here, what's everyone's passive perception?
14.
11.
What is it while you're sleeping?
14.
It's -5.
Cool.
14. Silas.
8.
Thank you. Jay.
Two of you with the 14s there would catch this. You hear a rush of wind and a pair of boots against the stone path behind you. How this individual reached you, you're not necessarily entirely sure. But you do hear a woman clear her throat. Don't you say it. Are you okay?
I'm so excited!
You don't know who it is.
Excuse me. Some of you turn and see there is a a human woman. She has this short brown hair that kind of arcs off on one side, leading to the trail of almost this faded pinkish red, as if she'd done some sort of dye that has begun to fade at this point. She's wearing this molded plate armor with these massive pauldrons, the metal not smoothed out and almost looks like it's made of stone, but it's certainly steel, with inset sapphires on the corners. And she holds in her hand a long spear. The long spear itself has around it a coiled flag. So it's a spear with some sort of flag on it.
I'm slowing
Excuse
the
me.
horses.
Do I see the flag and recognize it?
The flag is furled up, but it is black and red.
Hello, yes, hi.
Have any of
Hi.
you seen a mercenary, a particularly foolish mercenary wandering around? Red shirt, balding.
Well, ma'am, all mercenaries look foolish to me.
I was.
This one is a
You see an eye roll from half the party.
exceptionally gullible sort of fool.
Flip you off.
She takes a few steps forward. The armor, you do see, it doesn't fully cover where you can see in the back. You can see the top of her shoulder and her back. As she kind of marches around, you do see what look to be an orange, brightly colored tattoo of a pair of wings.
Sorry.
Cole is having a moment.
Paul's dying
Yeah.
right now.
We
Like,
don't know
do you
why
need to step
yet.
out again? So
Sorry.
Just kind of continuing, so because this is the
Yeah.
visual here is useful here.
That's not the description of Jared whatsoever.
No,
I
this
didn't
is
think it was
also a
going to be
woman.
Jared. I
No,
had two guesses.
I meant the mercenary.
Oh
no, it's not.
Jared.
Red
No.
shirt.
Oh, it's
Right.
not
Jared
Jared.
is unattractive but it's like has this bushy.
You had mentioned the daggers around his neck too, probably.
Halitosis.
Oh my God.
Gingivitis.
Looks like he would run away from a fight.
But Jared, no, it's not Jared at all.
Right.
As she describes him as having this sort of bushy, almost like light blonde beard. The person she's referring to. 9's above. Well, I'm supposed to do the other part of my job. She lifts up the spear and taps on the bottom. Well, this is Volcar business, and I'll need to confirm. None of you here are here to do any harm to Eltz as you travel towards the capital.
No, we're
Oh,
bringing a
heavens no.
caravan of supplies for
Would you like-
sale.
Is that a? She kind of leans over. Did you kill a bulette?
That also
did.
happened, yes.
Gnarly.
It was. Quite.
I almost died.
I did the finishing blow. I'm just saying.
Well, she kind of takes the spear, raises it up, and dangles it over her shoulder. At which point, the flag unfurls. It is a red. The base of the flag is red with a black cross in the center, and above that, so to superimpose on top, is a single green leafed branch. So there's small, there's a couple of these little leaves coming off of a central branch. It is the flag of Eltz.
Okay, so fully
Seeing-
Eltz, not like shepherds of Eltz.
Fully Eltz.
Or okay, I
This
didn't know
is
what
a
the green
Volcar
is.
of Eltz.
Okay.
Seeing
fully
the
Eltz.
flag unravel.
I'm sorry. Got
Did
excited.
you get the first?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
So Silas sees the flag unravel and he kind of recognizes the flag. Kind of speaking up. So while we haven't seen the man you're looking for, that doesn't mean we can't keep an eye out for him. Do you happen to know what direction he might be going?
She kind of looks you up and down. There's definitely some confusion. Now that you've spoken up, you don't get the impression or you get the slight impression this person might not know your deal. If you're a magical beast or something, it doesn't seem like this person knows what you are. But she doesn't say anything negative. She's just, I suppose there's no harm in that. I am looking for everyone has a kind idiot friend, I suppose.
Hey!
Or, hey,
Oh,
you don't.
sorry.
You
Am
might,
I?
in fact, be the kind idiot.
What? Oh, wait, Thorn, wake up!
Thorn,
I throw something at Thorn.
the drool, wipe the drool.
Yeah. It hits
Thorn.
me. I'm still asleep.
Look.
Well,
God.
I have an acquaintance I was searching for. I haven't seen him traveling. this shirt is enchanted, so he typically doesn't go without it. A friend of mine is a mercenary and was traveling through here, and genuinely, I just was checking in. I don't mean to take up your time. You're clearly traveling, and well.
Is his name Yosef?
Oh, I don't know the pretty lady, but I'd like to.
I'm gonna try to wake up Thor again.
I wake up and I'm like, all right, chill
Pretty
out.
lady, pretty lady. Come on, Thor.
Question.
I only
Before
wake
we
up to tummy rubs.
I'm not rubbing your tummy. Gwen will give you 1 gold to rub Thor's tummy.
No. I just pull out the hammer and start like using that.
She kind of takes one of her hands and covers her belly for a moment. There shouldn't be tummy rubs. That's weird. You're
Yeah.
only he likes.
Elven jokes. You know how we are.
No, we don't
Sure.
know who you are.
You're not
Clearly, I'm awake. It was a joke. All right, guys, let's relax.
I'm Ismini. What is your name? You don't need to give the full one if you don't feel comfortable, but.
My name is Sophia.
Sophia.
Lovely name.
She takes it. Takes she takes the long spear, taps on the ground. I am Lady Sophia Rolemnon of the Volcar, protectors of Eltz and the. I'm looking for my friend. Really, I'm not here on official business, and if you have illegal cargo, that's not really my problem right now.
Oh no! I mean, you.
Sophia's not the name that we were told, right?
No.
No.
Yeah. Cool.
So we're not.
Out of character asking.
Yeah. We're not. I mean, you see, we killed a bulette. We're just
No,
fulfilling.
I was just trying to make it clear that I'm not here on duty. I was just seeing if you happen to have seen my friend. If you do,
sandy-haired guy. We'll let you know.
If we do, and we find out about wherever he is,
tell him he needs to hurry up and get to the West End.
Off duty, if we need to get a message back to you from your friend, how do we do that?
She kind of takes a spear, leaning on the other shoulder, and thinks for a moment. You could send him my way. Adon knows where I live.
Adon is the name in the front. Okay. All right.
A-D-A-N.
A-D-A-N. Thank you.
Short for
Dan,
Adonis.
excuse me.
Just kidding.
Well, we can keep an eye
I
out.
said it right the
for
first way. It's Adon, not a
Yeah.
Dan.
Actually, you mentioned the West End. As we've traveled, we're new to the lands of Eltz.
Joseph knows about the West End, though, I think.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
heard
right.
we've heard a lot about the West End as we've traveled. It sounds like there may be some turmoil. Should we avoid that area?
The Lionheart?
It's-
Something about.
It's a bit hard to avoid a good quarter of the city.
Well,
Is the Lionheart not something we should be scared about?
Let's see if she knows of the Lionheart.
yeah. Again, we're new.
I mean, everyone has talked to us about Lionheart.
true.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't know who you mean. The West
Frankly,
End's
we don't
fine,
either.
you know. Stay out of the ruddier parts of town, but well, if you need help, there are guards there. If you need to speak with the Volcar, if it's something serious, it is our job.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you a guard of the city?
She's a
She knows
Volcar.
herself.
I know, but I don't know what a Volcar. Like, Elle doesn't know what a Volcar is.
so
We were.
well,
We were briefly explained about the Volcar before.
essentially, the king has myself and another of other similarly clad individuals go and deal with threats to the kingdom. And to do that, she kind of flexes her shoulders, and a flash of light as a pair of feathered wings appear on her back. Well, we have to get around somehow. Some of us do it through the armor, and well, some of us are a bit more privileged.
Is it worth the outfit?
Sounds familiar.
Oh my!
Fighting for the jeans was absolutely worth it.
Did she make a psychic damage?
Denim.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cold. When you go higher, it doesn't get hotter.
I mean, yeah.
You
it
get
has
closer
be.
to Lathander's light, and it still gets colder.
I mean, I would absolutely fight for
It doesn't make
denim
sense.
as well. Yeah.
The ancient Greeks
Absolutely
are
understand.
upset right now.
It doesn't. I don't.
Icarus can fight
I
the
can't teach
Volcar.
you a lesson.
Screw you, Icarus.
I think you already got
And
the
Daedalus.
A nice shirt on your friend? What?
The red.
the right shirt.
Adon works as a mercenary, and it's difficult to get around when wearing bulky armor all the time, and it's much more useful to have enchanted clothing that offers some sort of protection. He's a nice fellow. You'll know him when you see him.
Actually, that is an interesting question. I'm very new to enchanted materials and armors and
tattoos.
Yes, I was curious because
Takes a moment, pulls out a field ration, is just kind of snacking on this
yeah
hard tack.
You can tell my
We
inner
probably have
wizard's
some
coming
food.
out.
We're gonna have to pass her some real food.
Oh,
Is it
Toss it
common in
aside.
Eltz to see maybe shirts and maybe chainmail or shirts or something above the armor gambesons that would have enchantments on them that would not only provide maybe a physical benefit but also
Glamour weave.
visually? Glamour weave? You're welcome.
Is glamour weave?
she's happy to explain a little bit. You can tell she's definitely
Victoria.
got. She kind of wants. It looks like
Sorry.
she wants to take back
like,
to the
"You're
skies
welcome."
and go begin to look around a little bit more. But she is able to explain that glamour weave is a type of clothing that can have illusion magics on it. They can be configured in different kinds of magics, but things like maybe a woman wearing a red dress might have it enchanted so it ripples with flames, or someone might enchant a pair of spectacles to make their eyes more pretty. That's not clothing necessarily, but glamour weave technically doesn't have to be cloth, but it just most often is. But it's illusion magic applied to clothing.
Okay, and that could apply to armors, regular clothing.
Almost always cloth clothing. So a shirt is most common.
So not
She
male.
Glamour weave.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's,
wait,
that's why she's asking.
That's why I said.
Victoria
you're
wants to
welcome,
know,
because
what was
of-
that shirt?
What was Jared wearing was my question.
I forgot that.
And as she kind of explains it, it's used for different things. In
Yep.
Jared's case, I don't even mind telling you, it was used to improve his intimidation checks.
Ah.
I thought his breath did that.
Bird.
Damn it. Connor.
He's not
Always
even
on
here.
fire.
He's off somewhere else, sneezing.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Oh my god. Well, a kindness repays a kindness. We'll keep an eye out for your friend and send him your way.
Sure, and I'll...
Is there an
You said
inn?
something about the lion heart, right?
We've heard rumor of a few people who may or may not be taking justice into their own hands, and we wanted to... yeah.
Just
Yeah.
seemed very fanciful.
I mean, I can appreciate that. Rulebooks are meant to be left on a shelf to go to dust.
Silas, do we maybe want to offload some of our wares?
I don't think she's in the market.
I think she's buying.
She kind of looks down.
Not with her.
Kind of looks down. She's got like 3 pouches on one side and a couple of pockets.
How about this? You recommend an inn in town?
Oh, we're.
Where
oh,
would
no,
we be
so-
comfortable?
Yeah.
Maybe fanciful basement, large.
You're a bit of an
Invincible.
odd crew.
Yeah.
The dashing duelist is kind of fun.
Thank you. Does it have a nice basement?
They have stables.
She's into that.
Perfect.
She kind of looks at you real confused.
It's the hay. Let it go.
Scratches the side of her head just for a moment
I
and
think we
goes,
fucked this up, guys.
I have to get back to
we meet a
Lacora.
hot lady with wings.
But
what
let
do we
him
do?
If you see him, Miles is waiting.
Miles is waiting.
I appreciate it. And hey, if you find him, I might owe you a favor. With that, she takes a step up onto the side of the wagon. She hooks a foot on your wagon wheel, other foot on the top of the wagon, and takes off with her wings into the sky.
Someone just bad axle, right?
Yeah, no, we're gonna.
The wagon shattered.
I'm like,
As she leaves, she casts a fireball. No.
Oh my god.
Can I defend myself about the whole basement stable thing?
No, you may not. You may not defend yourself.
talking is no longer a free action.
Okay.
After this session.
No,
After the session, you can defend yourself.
Take it to the Discord.
Defend yourself.
Tune into
Discord.
footnotes this Sunday.
No, moving on.
Beat me to it.
You watch as this
I'm
person,
learning.
as they begin flying upwards, you see this kind of gradient brown to like a lighter orange color on their wings as they begin to ascend rapidly. It's not a perfect. the wings are almost flapping too slowly for how a bird would move in that way. And they're not her arms. Emerging from the tattoos on her back were where these wings were from.
Looking at the tattoo that they came from, was it intricate or was it a relatively simple design?
Very simple. And this is not, it was not a prismatic ink tattoo. This is one of many forms of magic tattoos that exist in Eltz.
Silas is going to start sketching that design just in case.
Sure. That's fine.
We'll see what happens.
No.
Hey, is
I don't
Reedy?
care.
You never had a lot of time to study this person's back.
No, just what I remember.
He was staring.
He was Myron, which is not good.
Binoculars?
I know what's denim? What is denim?
Denim is a kind of cloth made out of a very
So are cool pants.
a very resilient fabric that can withstand stretching in multiple directions and some resistance to minor, not like damaging forms where somebody's trying to kill you, but like you brush into something that may be sharp and it can have some protection against fully tearing. It would be really great if you're in a position where you're laboring in a field or you're mining. So it's a material that can stretch in multiple directions
So we're
and
like denim pants, denim
Right.
shirt,
Right.
denim
Yeah.
hat.
but won't stretch. You can wear your jorts. You can wear your
jorts.
Wait, sorry.
Shorts do not exist.
Shorts are canon.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Your jats, your jean hats.
All right, all of you.
That's exactly what I was hoping
But yes,
for.
denim does exist.
Thank you.
It's
I appreciate that.
durable material. You just saw basically a Valkyrie in jeans.
That are they bootcut?
I'm not.
No, skinny jeans.
as you
Straight-legged mom jeans, 7-inch zipper. Everyone knows.
Amanda, you want to go with the next encounter check here as we continue along the way? Come
Nat
on, please tell me
20.
it's a,
What were you about to say? Please tell me it's a... No, I need
gonna
to
be
hear
my
you.
other
it's a 19 and a 20, and I'm really excited because this time I get to bully Clilla.
Yes! That's my favorite pastime. Oh, sorry.
I have exciting
She's
news.
my boss.
As you proceed along the way, thinking about keeping kind of awareness of where you are, the things you've heard, even speaking with travelers along the way as you pass by, getting relative distances. You pass through over the next day. You pass through another very small town, no more than a dozen people probably in this small area. Really just convenient enough where I can be a hunter, I can be a carpenter. The two of us can work together, and we have food and shelter.
Ooh.
Very small sort of place.
Sorry, I love that kind of thing.
As you
Cute
continue going
communes.
along, you know you're less than a day's travel from the bulwark. The last stops you have to make before entering the capital proper. And as you do, as several more of these forks meet, the road keeps growing wider. For this road leading to the west gate of Eltz. You come to another bridge.
More trolls.
Before we blow anybody up or cast
not
grease,
cast
Can I make
Grace.
a perception check?
I was going to ask my bird to help me.
Okay, you can,
Help my bird.
sure.
Let the bird do the check.
So,
I will say something about this bridge that's a little different than what you saw before. At this bridge, there's this sort of, I don't know how to describe it as anything better than a gazebo that has been constructed
Because
with a large size, probably about 10 feet tall, green humanoid-esque creature. A troll.
It's literally a toll bridge.
am I?
Toll.
troll.
The troll toll.
Troll toll.
No.
Yeah.
No, Victoria.
Say it. Say
No,
it. Say
absolutely not.
it.
May I roll with advantage for my bird's perception check?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for more of the things we ignored at the last bridge of the arc.
Sure.
Okay, that's the lizard.
I would remind you once again. So, does your bird have the ability? It has advantage on sight-based checks.
I was helping the bird look.
Can you do
No.
Oh.
Then I will just use
You
the
just
first
are
roll,
looking. Yes.
but using the bird's perception, not my own.
Use my elf eyes.
You bird perception,
Yes.
not my own.
Yes.
14.
Human eyes.
Okay. Looking around.
Sorry.
You
I
don't
thought that was a
immediately
thing
see
I could do.
things. You don't immediately see anything that's going on around here. Nothing very clear that's happening here, except you do see that there's this this solitary troll here. In addition, it does see that in the wood line, there is a small structure, and you do see several humans in what looks to be chainmail. They're just playing cards. They also are, there's a small banner. It is an Eltz outpost that is here.
We never checked out the abandoned farmhouse, but okay.
No, I said that, and no one wanted to.
Nope.
Nope.
We wanted to get out of
I get to mark those items. Don't worry about it.
Too busy.
Grr.
Yeah.
Busy
Not
with a
time.
cold trail because we spent 5 days in a
But
random
looking at
village.
it, there are 4 guards at that outpost, and they're probably about 50 to 60 feet away, but a little bit in the tree line.
I'm going to move at a conversational pace with the horses so somebody can walk beside us and comfortably talk.
Fine. I'll...
Kind of
Switch
turning over,
places
the
with
troll
you.
starts standing up.
What?
You and Bridges. I just want to switch places.
Come on.
I just
Come on, give me a
Okay,
chance to redeem
while they're
my...
arguing,
hop in the back seat.
I'm pulling out a coin pouch.
Hey, no.
Pulling out a coin pouch.
No.
Troll begins walking towards you
If you cast
with a very clear limp as it limps towards you across the bridge.
Literally.
The casting grease wouldn't also work in this situation.
Ugh.
What's the toll?
Good radio.
Oh my god.
Nasty noises.
Have to check your cargo.
Please do.
Please do.
Now, do you have a cane for that limp while you check?
Bad hip.
Yeah.
Fight stuck with me.
Can I ask, are the other guards paying attention to what he's doing?
Kind of looking around, given that there's not a fight broken out, no, it appears they're back up in case something happens.
No, I don't have enough time to do this.
What's up?
I was going to see if maybe Gwynwyn and I could work on a salve of some kind, topical.
Give me a quick medicine check here.
Awesome.
As you're just kind of looking this guy over.
I mean, while they do that, is there...
16.
That beats my DC by 1.
Damn.
You actually kind of look at him where he's standing. This troll, there's bits of chainmail draped over one side of his torso, a leather pauldron leading down into like a glove on one hand. There is actually a metal-tipped mace at his hip on a belt, but he's mostly like from the leg down unarmed. He's got like a loincloth on, but you do see near his right hip, there looks to be a small circle embedded in it. It almost looks like, to give a comparison, a bolt has been inserted, or a nail is in his leg. But it's pretty small. It's probably about this big on his leg, but he's again about 10 feet tall, and there is this wooden brown circle that is on his leg.
Yeah.
So
Where he's rubbing.
I'll hop out the cart and I'll be like, I'll walk around with you while you check it out.
Okay.
Goes over and starts looking at things.
Is this barrel containing fragile goods?
Wait.
Barrel just contains a high.
It's liquid.
It's a
No,
high.
yeah,
Yes.
liquid.
Bulette.
Careful. Oh my gosh.
No, it's fine.
Kind of looking through things. This is a troll. So it's not one-handing a barrel. It's lifting a barrel, setting it to the side, just kind of looking through the top of the cart just to make sure. Can I see the manifest, please, Victoria?
Is there anything on the manifest that might work?
I don't know what's in the top left corner. I literally don't know what I wrote there.
I lost my HP tracker.
That's my manifest.
Looks at this bark.
I do portable hole. I did a good job.
That's fine.
Picks up the dragon's the crate's lid, opens it up, revealing these dragon scales. Taking a quick look here. Pulls out a small little, it's small for him, but pulls out what looks to be a metal, a glass cylinder, kind of holds it up to his eye and stares at it for a moment. Satisfied, he puts it away.
And all the bulette pieces are.
He's looking through your different containers.
I need to add that
briefly. Just kind of quickly surveying. This whole process takes about 2 minutes or so.
Yeah.
25 gold for the wagon. A gold apiece.
30 total then?
31.
We have Joseph.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can I knock that down any by handing you a healing potion for your leg?
I heal good and plenty. I don't know why.
Kind of rubs over, and you see he's just rubbing deep on wound.
What I was looking for is do all the random mushrooms in my pouch plus Gwynwyn's knowledge whenever I rolled the 14 to just see, like, can I help this guy at all with the random
Kind
crap
of rolling
I
over that.
acquired?
Yeah, what's up?
I was gonna ask the
14.
troll. So how do you
16.
determine the the cost of the cart? Is it the weight? Is it the cargo? Is it how much the cargo is worth?
I can get the actual instructions for you, but essentially what it takes is that there's different classifications of cargo. And if it weren't for these here scales, you'd only be paying 5 gold for the load.
Where does this gold that we're paying go towards?
Reference my session 1 notes where it said Thorn has a
The
problem.
Masons Guild maintains the roads and bridges, and funds pay for nice, law-abiding trolls like me.
Oh, so it goes back to the community. That's something we're happy to pay then.
Meanwhile, I'm smashing daffodils and
that-
like shiitake mushrooms into a pot.
Reach
With,
my pouch.
with that 14, I want to mention
16.
16?
It was a 14 on the die.
With a 16, I will mention there's an object inside of his leg.
Can we perform surgery on the side of the road?
Oh my
Is it like
fucking
I
God.
assumed it was like a pin that you would put in a bone.
No. He got shot by a bolt and it was
It's
never
still
properly
in there?
removed.
Yeah.
Anybody know surgery?
I meant that it looked like a bolt, like a nut and bolt.
Yeah.
But it's a wooden circle.
Yeah.
Is what you can see.
I'd
but
like-
it's big.
I'd like to generously offer that if you'd like, we have a few people here who have experience in healing magics and physical removal of objects that may or may not belong inside of the humanoid body.
You think there's something inside me?
You have the limp, and it's physically present right to the left of the loincloth.
Kind of looks down, and looking at this, trolls are these grotesque green creatures, large pus-filled cysts, and all sorts of abrasions adorn their skin. Kind of looking down, he kind of looks down and says,
Looks like a mole.
pokes out it, winces a little bit.
Regardless,
Bad mole.
it shouldn't be sensitive, even if it is a mole. Would you allow us to maybe help you?
It's also very circular and raised. Maybe we should take a look at that.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm going to say this. I'm going to allow... So, the two of you are working together. I'm going to allow you both to roll, rather than one
Separately.
or the other.
Okay.
15.
13.
My limp gets worse. It's coming out of your coin purse.
Naturally.
Well, it'll help. It'll feel better when it rains.
Sits down and pulls up the loincloth a little further than you might like. Look at that pale green upper thigh. Trolls can have tan lines.
Trolls have tan lines?
Apparently.
I love it. Thank
It's
you.
deeply unsettling.
All right.
Instead
This
of
is
How are you going to do this?
I will help.
I've been
It's going to be, I'll let you know,
Anybody have a
this is
handkerchief
medicine.
I can borrow?
right. I was planning on because again,
Grab a face.
Yes, masks are important. Masks are important.
I truly collect we've already talked about how I collect random stuff I find.
Oh my god, are you trying to keep this little...
No. Oh, I mean, I
I'd
will
be-
keep the bolt if we do remove it. But I would like to go through my pouch of all the random because I found the mushrooms in front of the shrine. To
Some of the guards
Salome.
walk over. They don't say much. They're just kind of looking, and he kind of waves them off like it's fine.
Be more than happy to.
I'm gonna make a healing paste for after post removal for.
Well, I have a healing potion I was gonna hand him.
I also have a
He
suggestion.
does heal naturally.
Right, he heals
Oh.
naturally. It's to heal the necrosis potentially of the rotting piece of flesh that the
know-
bolt stabbed
Do
into.
you know what you should probably? Okay, never mind.
What were you gonna
Just
say?
meaning.
Yeah,
Would it be helpful if he was asleep for this process?
I don't know if we can make
Well,
him
once
fall
we do
asleep.
it-
Hey, I don't know you like. I don't like that.
That's
fair.
fair.
It may sting a little.
Are you
just
okay
to
with stinging?
warn you.
Close wounds, relieve alcohol.
I'm just gonna...
We may need copper.
Oh, wait, I'll take alcohol.
Ask.
Hand him wine.
I'll be ready with that then.
So one of the guards kind of raises his fingers. He goes doing the job, just
Okay.
Begins drinking on the job.
We've discussed a plan of attack between
Who is
Amanda.
making the medicine check and who is helping?
Okay, here's
I will need a third person for a strength check.
specifically it was going to be that we're going to try to make a salve to put onto the wound after we remove it with L ready to do burning hands / the whole
Burning hands, he will try to kill you.
cauterization.
You know that.
Oh,
Do not hit him.
no
Okay, we were thinking
cauterization.
you're trying to like cauterize the wound.
If you,
That's the
it will disable his Wolverine-like healing ability.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Then I guess it's gonna be you and me. Are you more wise in the way
I
of
didn't make you roll
healing?
that 'cause the basics
I'm good
of
at
troll
making
is
the
like
salve.
that.
I'm not
Yeah.
good at
Everyone
actually-
knows what
I will
trolls
be your
are.
surgical tech. Just tell me what to do.
Then
I'll
I
help.
guess I'm making the roll.
Here's what's gonna happen.
I will
There's
help him
three
down.
people. There's 3 stages, and I'm really excited because I think everyone can be involved in this.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
There is a team making the poultice, making the salve. Okay.
That's us.
So one of you may roll. You can. Are you okay with instead of using help action, we'll have you both roll? Is that okay? And we'll take the better, so it's kind of like the help action.
Sure.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna need
Mushrooms.
someone to do. So the other 2 teams are this: the surgical team and the extraction team. The extraction team is strength. The surgical is medicine, and But so there's a medicine dexterity check for the actual extraction. There's a medicine intelligence check, the normal medicine check rather.
A wisdom.
Wisdom, excuse me, for the salve.
We both know
and
that
there
it's
is a
not
strength
arrogant.
check for the extraction.
So we're gonna do the first one, the medicine wisdom.
I'll help you with the dex thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and yours
got the
is
strength?
doing the strength test?
I could do the
Joseph
strength.
will help you.
Oh my god.
I was like, I can do
You'll
strength
have
and I can
advantage.
do dex.
That said, we're just gonna pull up a cloth and ask him to bite the fuck down
He's
on it.
drinking alcohol. He's fine.
I have
might as well do both.
Yes, please.
All right, give me that salve check. I'll tell you this. This is going to affect the DC of the rest of this. How did you do?
9.
8.
As
My
you-
lowest roll of the day.
You know
So
what?
you take this, and it's
Trolls have
actually
great concepts.
as you're applying the salve here, it's actually numbing your fingers. It definitely feels effective, but the problem is that you're not very familiar with troll physiology. So as you're kind of touching this, putting this wound in, Connor, that's going to be your check.
My check.
Or both of you, you're both
Both of
working
you.
this. Both of you, it's dexterity, and if you're proficient in medicine, add your proficiency.
Nope.
It's just you
None of
trying
us.
to carefully cut open his flesh for this.
12.
15.
15, pretty good. That lower roll there did raise the DC. So as you begin opening this up, you see, as you peel open folds of flesh, which is wriggling together almost like worms, trying to tie together and seal the wound once more.
That's
You
nasty.
see that it's not a bolt from a crossbow. It is a cylinder handle that leads to the base of a metallic blade. There is some sort of tool or weapon inside of him.
A harpoon?
Silas, give me that strength check. You're able to quickly
Come on, Arthur. Pull
hook
Excalibur
a
out.
rope around it and
it.
pull with Yosef's help.
Got this.
Come on,
Jake.
Jake.
Do it, do it.
Jake, don't tell me the number.
But
I will
you
tell
have
you
the
the
thing.
DC.
You have the thing.
What's the DC?
The DC is 16.
I forgot.
15.
Did you
Already
You
used
did.
I already used mine.
We forgot.
I already used mine too.
As you begin pulling this thing out, you see it rips out. He lets out a roar. The sickle pulls 2/3 of the way out and stops. As it does, you see it pulls lower, opening the wound further. He gets really upset, swings and backhands 1 through 6. 6 is Yosef. 3, backhands Gwynwyn, who goes flying a few feet.
Thorn, push him.
No, do not push him.
We push
No.
and pull at the same time.
No, open it up more.
He's calming down.
It's all right, buddy. Alcohol. No, drink.
Shake it out of us.
Rips this thing out of his leg,
Did you get in?
drops it. Oh. As this thing begins knitting together, I will say, just real quick, Gwynwyn, you do take 9 points of damage.
Ow.
You're
Look, he
smacked back.
backhanded you.
He did. I rolled really well.
Drink my own
There is
healing
a
potion.
sickle inside of him, the wound sealing up again, the fibers of his muscles reaching out and bonding together, pulling closed.
Because of your advanced healing and ability to knit back together, if to get it all the way out We are going to have to do this again.
No, he already ripped it out.
Not all the way, 2/3.
No, he
ripped
ripped
it out.
it out.
Ripped the rest out.
No,
Oh, he did all
I
the way
pulled
out?
it out and
Yeah,
dropped
he-
it.
he-
The fail, by the way, you didn't fail by 5 or more. Was him? He hit one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
Sorry.
If
No,
you
no,
don't
no, I didn't get
mind
hit on
us asking, did you encounter an angry harvester or?
Can I pick up the
Do not
sickle
touch
and
it?
look at it?
Yeah, it
Please
has.
prestidigitate it first.
It's covered in troll blood, like this thick green troll blood. But even as you kind of touch it and wipe away, you can see that while there's a wooden pommel at the base, it actually has a fine green wrapping around the actual hilt and is pristine. It doesn't. This tool looks like it's freshly made, which it definitely couldn't be if it was ever in use.
And it looks like something
And it's
we could sell.
exceedingly sharp.
Would it be possible for us to take this with us?
Does it look ritualistic?
Fuck am I gonna do with it?
Ooh.
Throw it off.
Yeah.
Oh. Well. Sorry for hitting you, dwarf lady.
You're good.
I still have to take a gold from each of you for the toll, but the wagon is free to go.
Yeah, we just wanted you to feel better. That's our
6
biggest
gold total.
concern. 6 gold total. Well, I'll give a gold then.
Drop an extra
I'll
gold
give
in
gold.
there.
Someone drop an extra gold because someone has to pay for Yosef. Yosef
I'm
doesn't
dropping-
have a gold.
Oh, right.
Okay, I'm dropping an extra gold for Yosef and an extra gold for like yanking that out.
Cool.
Of his
You pay 3 gold. Everyone else pays 1 gold.
body. 24, so 6, 21.
Kind of hops up and down on the bridge. A stone falls from the side, and he's very still.
I'll fix that.
And kind of begins climbing down the side of the bridge, like you saw that hill giant do once. To go and he takes it, wipes his hand where some of the troll blood was, and strokes it against the brick, and rebonds the bridge.
Okay.
Why do you think trolls are the ones who maintain bridges?
Oh my god.
Is there troll blood on that sickle? Still?
Glue it to your hand. Forever.
Hi.
Do you want it?
Do you have a vial? Do you have
Yes.
a vial?
I have empty vials.
Can I?
Have you seen Gwynwyn? She's like 40% vial.
Can I have a vial?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can I take some?
Take the
V-I-L-E?
vial and I'll just like scrape
Yeah.
the edge of the.
Hey, while he's doing that, that's exquisite. Does it look
Do-do-do-do.
ritualistic?
It doesn't look like anything. It looks like an actual functional tool. I have to. So, kind of looking this over, it's really nice. There's something about this.
Why is it that nice?
What are you going to do to check this?
I
Give
mean,
it for me.
I wanted to see if I can think of anything around here that would use it in a ritual or even a religion that might involve.
Make a
harvest.
religion check.
Didn't answer my question.
Can it be with advantage?
Is
or
there any-
something
No.
adorable?
What's your question?
Oh, I asked him if he got into a fight with a harvester.
18.
18. So you're kind of still standing here. Like he just went to fix the thing and he's coming back up and like it's not. You haven't left.
No, no.
With 18, you don't really. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look ritualistic. It looks like an actual tool. Well, it could be used as a weapon. It's strange. It doesn't make sense for this thing to be so so nice. It doesn't look like it's worn. There's no chips in the blade like you'd expect to see on normal steel. This weirdly nice green handle doesn't make much sense. But
I'm gonna flip it around and put it in my
it's
waistband.
exceptionally well weighted.
Could it have been an art piece?
No, because it wouldn't have been so sharp.
Is there? It's just a green handle or like a green ribbon?
I've had the limp since before I worked for the kingdom. Might have picked that one up on a visit to a village.
Do you mind naming the village?
They all scream the same.
Fair enough.
In this area, or perhaps another?
What do you want from me? I didn't even know the damn thing was there.
Thank you for the
fair.
discount. We'll be on our way.
All right.
If you have any other pains,
Also-
let us know.
All right.
Also, jokes on you guys. I didn't prepare grease today.
I did.
Stop with the grease.
So, I think I'm going to say one last thing here that may be of interest to all of you. That is a magical sickle.
I figured.
It's not a masterwork.
So it is a religious item.
It's not. Well, it is a masterwork because everything magical is masterwork. That is an enchanted sickle.
Sick.
And I think we're gonna have to wait until next week to talk about what exactly is going on with that sickle.
Sorry, that was really.
As you continue along the path, I think this is where we're going to end our session for the day. A bulette dead, a troll not greased off of a bridge. Proud of you. Oh, a new trophy for one of our players. Thank you so much for joining us on another session of Stories to D4. We really appreciate you coming by. Please, if you haven't yet, follow us here. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. And hey, if you like what we're doing, we'd absolutely love to have you come subscribe to us on Twitch. It really helps out the channel and gives us an excuse to get more minis for the battle maps. Anyways, we'll be seeing you this Sunday for Footnotes and next week for both our next session. And is next week Halloween?
It is Halloween.
Halloween week.
Halloween week. Halloween week. Halloween. No, that one's a different thing. Next week, we're very excited for that Halloween one-shot. Join us there on Sunday, October 31st.
It'll premiere on that Sunday at 7 o'clock, normal Footnotes time.
CT.
Oh.
Yeah, CT.
We'll post about it everywhere.
Everywhere. You'll know.
All right. Well, good night, and we'll see you in the next story.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.